She musters a smile for his nostalgic tale. Never coming near what he wanted to say, only to realize it never really was. She had a place in his life. He never made her think twice. As she rises to her apology, anybody else would surely know. He's watching her go. What a fool believes he sees. The wise man has the power to reason away what seems to be is always better than nothing, and nothing at all. Keep sending him somewhere back in her long ago, where he can still believe there's a place in her life. Someday, somewhere, she will return. She had a place in his life. He never made her think twice. As she rises to her apology, anybody else would surely know. He's watching her go. What a fool believes he sees. The wise man has the power to reason away what if love can come and love can go. Why can't love return wise man? Who got the power and nothing at all? Oh, now, what a fool believes. I believe she's never gone away. He sees. The wise man has the power to reason away. Oh, if love can come and love can go.
I think I'm set up here. I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready. All right, I think I'm ready. Hello, chat. Hello, Riru. Hello, Fox. Hello, Zach. Hello, Mira. Hello, Goat Cato. Hello, Captain C. Hello. I think that's it for now. I think that's it for now. It's Marcus. It is Marcus. Chat, I have a splitting headache. Terrible headache right now. All right. So I wasn't able to get on until like now because I was going through it earlier. I was struggling. I was struggling earlier. I feel a lot better now, but but earlier I was just it was not good. But there is a little bit of where's my dog? Where's my melon dog? Okay. Yeah, I had an insanely bad headache. I would have gotten on like 2 hours ago, but I literally just couldn't. It was too painful. But we have some content today. Did you take anything for it? I didn't. I didn't. I should have. I probably should have taken like some Tylenol or something. But I didn't. I was just like laying there. I was just laying there like, oh. That was me. That was me for like a while. But the Creator Clash 3 stuff, there's something going on with that. We can look at that, maybe make fun of this dad guy. I want to make fun of this dad guy. And then I actually saw this new video of Nova Online. Raw dogging it. That's rough. So it's kind of... I don't know which one to cover first because I know Gamma covered the Creator Clash. Jesus. I can't speak. I know he covered it. And also, I was going to watch Gamma's video on Anissa makes old man break down after destroying Creator Clash. Look at that. That sounds pretty cool. So it's kind of, what do you guys want to see? Do you guys want to see Nova? Do you guys want to see Anissa? What do you guys want? What are you guys feeling right now? Possibly streaming later tonight, by the way, because I don't know how long I can stay on for this part of the stream. Sorry, I gotta drink water. Hi, Tyrone.
The last time
Nova. Yeah, Nova's fun to watch.
Gabriel Gage, better known as Nova Online, he had just been exposed once again. This time for running a Discord server that he claimed
Yeah, we saw that
was
last time.
age-restricted. But as so many people suspected, there were still kids in there. This led to a lot of weird conversations between
Apparently, this is the
adults
Mrau
and
build.
minor.
Apparently, this is the Mrau build. All right. Okay. Apparently, this is Mrau build.
Until eventually the server was hacked
Gaming
and
stream,
shut
maybe.
down, much to the chagrin
I
of
might get
Nova.
on just
Well,
so we
some
can get
time has
music out
passed
of the
and
way
a lot
later.
of people have questions. How has
Music
the
and
public
maybe some-
reacted to the news of
maybe
Nova's
some other
newest
reaction
scandal?
stuff.
How has he reacted? How much worse has his home gotten? And how much has life changed since he turned 21?
Secretly,
Well, we're
actually,
gonna
Nova?
answer all of those questions
That'd be
and
fucking
more
evil.
today, because in this short period of time since we last covered Nova, so much has happened. From being confronted by trolls in his own backyard to a local pride
What is
parade
that
that he
shirt?
was filmed at, Nova has been very busy, and we have learned so much about his life
Liam Payne?
post-Discord disaster. After said disaster and the subsequent meltdowns, Nova would take a very short break in posting, which is usually just 1 or 2 days.
Have you ever seen Mrau and
he
Nova
would
in the same room at the same time? I've not. I have never seen. That's actually a good point to make. Mrau does claim that he lives out in like the middle of like nowhere, right? And look at Nova. He's out in like the middle of nowhere too. Like I don't even know where the fuck this guy is. So maybe. And look, he's got the pride he's got the pride lanyard on. That's something Mrau would wear. Mrau loves pride. Mrau is big pride. He loves pride. Hi Remy. Hi Cryptid.
return, referencing
Ralva.
the situation very little. He was mainly focused on his upcoming 21st birthday, and so were his fans as well as his detractors, all for their own reasons.
Oh,
But
upcoming
Nova would
21st
swear
birthday.
in a post that he wouldn't
Rao
let
is
his
21,
drinking
right?
get out of control,
Rao's
proclaiming
21.
that having a World of T-Shirts arc is not an option. I find it extremely ironic that he thinks he's so much better than Josh. As insufferable as I think World of T-Shirts is, Nova is 10 times worse. Instead of having a World of T-Shirts arc, traveling around the world with adoring fans chasing you everywhere, he's having his Gabe arc, which mostly consists of him eating salad in his very overgrown yard.
So, Panera came out with their strawberry summer.
Monkey, we're side of the monkeys now. What the hell? Hey, that's all right though. Monkey War never ends. All right. Monkey War.
Salad that they do every year.
Is this actually Mrau?
And every
Possibly.
time it comes out, I have to get it. But I've never done a review on it. So let's do one right now.
Does he sound like Mrau? Is the
They should
question.
have given me 2 things of dressing because this isn't enough Dakota half salad.
I've been keeping an eye on
That does
Nova's
sound like
yard
something
for the
Mrau
past
would
couple
say.
months, and for months it was not touched. The grass was over Gabe's waist. It had grown so long that it was producing seeds, and it wasn't just the grass, there were other weeds that were getting pretty big. I think that his yard got so out of control that even a conventional mower couldn't handle it. But inside the home was even worse. Ever since the end
Salad,
of the cleaning
yum.
saga, things had
I love
gotten out
salad.
of control. Not just Nova's room.
Kind of needs to be coated in dressing though for it to be
But
good.
also the kitchen and dining room. Both were littered with trash. And Gabe himself
Did you
wasn't
see Gamma
very
crash
much
out? I think
better.
so.
He
I
was
think I
seen
see-
wearing
I
the
think I saw
same
him crash
shirt
out.
multiple days in a row. Sometimes they would have stains on them. But that wasn't all. His hair was much greasier than usual. It was
How do you
very
let your yard get
apparent
bad? I can't comment on that because I let my backyard get pretty bad. Well, it wasn't okay. The bushes, we have these 3 bushes and they got really big and it was like bad. And I was like, oh. So we went out there and we cut every Well, there's like multiple bushes, but there's 3 big ones. We cut them all down. We cut them all down, and we got rid of all the weeds and everything. We let it get too far. We let it get too far. It was it was a lot of work, and we had to do in the middle of summer. 3? Yeah, 3 big ones. Yeah. Give me money, I'll fly over and do it for you, bruh. Oh, okay. We got catered some pasta and good salad today. That's huge. I'd love some pasta today. Does that motherfucker not know how to mow or weed whack? I don't think so. I do. I've mowed lawn before.
that
Richie
he had
Rich.
taken the loss of his Discord server pretty seriously.
I used to have to mow
I told you guys
/
I'd be
take
trying
care
the
of
hot honey
3
pepperoni
acres.
from
Holy shit,
Subway.
that's a lot.
I have it right here. And of course, I went to my local Pilot Subway. Bon appetit. Me and the sandwich are gonna need a moment. So this is a 9 out of 10.
The same day,
Me
Nova
and the
would
sandwich are
also
gonna
post
need a
video
moment.
of him
Okay.
eating DoorDash to Denny's. You can see water has condensated all over the box. It's gonna be the
Hi, Cody.
soggiest French toast he's ever eaten. I have to
It's
include a
100%
short
real. It's not
clip
even
because
questionable.
This is ridiculous.
Alright, I don't know why, but just today, I was really craving some French toast from Denny's.
Needless to say, the food reviews were getting more low effort. In the past, there used to be Dutch subtitles, and he would go to fancy sushi restaurants to review the cuisine. But it's devolved into him eating wet Denny's while trying to show off the cleanest room in his house. He's been filming more and more content in the living room. His room in particular has gotten so bad that
He just doesn't
almost
clean
can't film
anything.
anything in
So
there.
he just doesn't clean anything. He's like, he's losing money. So he used to go out. So that's obviously my theory. I think that's very obvious. He used to go out to nice places to review food. Now he just gets like fucking fast food places because he can't afford anything. He has no money. I don't think, does this guy work? I don't think this guy works, right? I think the last thing we learned is this guy isn't working. He used to work at, what was it, a Denny's? I think it was a Denny's that he used to work at. I can't remember. Hi, Romeo. And then he got fired. So this guy doesn't work a job. He has no money, and he's just hoarding up shit in his house to the point where he can't even go in his bedroom. And now he has to use the living room.
There. Long
Okay.
gone are the days of him playing albums on his record player or brewing Keurig in his room, which is an insane fire hazard. It's legitimately how Chris Chan burned down his
He's
house.
just like me.
He had a Keurig in the bathroom. But I digress. The point I'm trying to make here is that Nova's room is out of control. It's to the point where he almost can't even scream in it anymore.
TikTok isn't a real job. I hate having no job. So I've been applying everywhere. Because I
Okay, he's
hate
been applying.
admitting that I'm an American. I hate being American. We have the LGBTQ like me have zero rights. I know I'm dog shit at this game. Send me some Malibu. I really want to try some Malibu. Sockness, thanks for the donation.
Something that's even crazier about
We have the LGBTQ, and we have no rights. Yes, dude. Oh, I love it. I love it. Fuck being American. We have the LGBTQ, and we don't, and they don't have any rights. Rao is working hard. Rao is being
Nova's
very
messy home is
oh
that
shit,
he
I'm
doesn't
losing my
have a
train of
job.
thought.
He has all of the time in the world to clean it. You heard in that brief clip that he is tired of not having a job, as well as being American. But I'm not sure if I believe him, because I think if he was just so desperate to
Ganga.
do something, he would at least clean up the house. But personally, I think he
Do
sees
you think
it
his
as
boobs jiggle?
impossible. It's just
I don't
too
think
much
so. I think it doesn't because he's got too much belly. You got to understand he's got too much belly, so the boobs they sit on top of something, so there's nothing to jiggle on when he like they don't dangle. You know what I mean? They have something propped on, so it you know what I mean? So it doesn't have free roam. It doesn't have a place to roam or anything. Unfortunately.
work and they value too much of that garbage. So I really doubt that the state of the home will ever change. But that's not all I want to talk about from that last clip, because there are even more parallels to
This is
Chris Chan,
Ken
particularly the
Moose.
mention of Jacob Sockness. I
I'm
believe
so
I
sorry,
talked about
Goat.
it briefly in my other video, but Jacob Sockness is a Chris Chan superfan. but not in a fascinated or curious kind of way. In a
That
romantic
sounds so
way.
familiar. Jacob
is in love
Sockness?
with Chris, or at least has very strong carnal desires towards him. Well, I guess Jacob has a type, because more and more he's been poking around Nova's streams, sometimes insulting him, and other times flirting. I have no idea where this is gonna go, but I will say that Sockness is relentless, and if I was Gabe, I would be worried. But he has far bigger concerns. He's one of TikTok's biggest food reviewers, and that
Bobby?
is the only
Bobby?
reason that he's been door dashing all of this food.
Can you do
another Chinese,
old
Aside from the occasional stream where Nova raged out, things were pretty normal for the time being. That is,
Of course,
until
Romeo.
the long-awaited day came, Nova's birthday.
Nova's
People knew that
birthday!
this would be the beginning of something
Yes.
problematic for Gabe, but he
Yes.
was extremely excited, deciding that he was going to make the most of his birthday, and the best he could do was go out to eat absolutely alone, trying to quote-unquote beat the buffet.
Does he
Can I
live
beat
with?
the-
Does he have like parents or something? I'm so confused by his living situation. Does he live with like parents or is he living alone? I don't really understand his like situation. It's so confusing to me. Like I'd imagine he's living with his parents. There's no way. His parents have to be living in that house.
Buffet on my birthday? Let's find out. Brazilian pork sausage.
Whoa.
I think this is a bacon wrapped sausage.
Whoa.
It's okay. Classic shrimp.
It's okay. But this is your birthday. You should have got something you love.
And my final piece of meat is some
Did
flake
what?
steak.
Didn't this dude rape his sister when they were
Absolutely
younger?
delicious, but did I
I don't know
eat
if
the
that's
buffet?
the
Put your ideas in the
Christian
comments
or
below.
Christian.
Nova
Nova's. I don't know if that's the Nova lore. That might be somebody else.
Celebrating holidays alone.
that might
is
be
a
somebody
reoccurring
else.
Theme. You'll see it again in this video when the 4th of July rolls around, but he's said numerous times that he has no IRL friends, but not even his mom wanted to come.
Okay,
and we
he does-
all
yeah,
know
his
Uncle
mom-
Drew's feelings towards him. But in case
Oh,
you
yeah, Uncle
didn't,
Drew
he would
hates
post
him.
one of his infamous still text TikToks, proclaiming that even some of his family hates him at this point, and that he has barely anyone to rely on. Whenever Nova makes posts like this, it's usually family drama.
I'm very curious by all of this because usually like when someone says like my family hates me at this point, I have no one to rely on, you would think that'd be kind of some sort of awakening. Like maybe some sort of like something would click in your brain that says like maybe I need to stop making content, really focus on getting a job and cleaning up my act a little bit. Clean my house, clean my, my everything, like help around, and maybe people will come around to accepting me more. You know what I mean? Like you would think that's Jupiter the hybrid, Romeo. Wait, what? Jupiter the hybrid? What? Like, I don't know, like, I guess Nova is kind of evil, so I don't really care. Nova is evil, so I don't really care, but I mean, it's weird to me how every time stuff like this happens, these people, when they feel like their life is like in shambles and they don't really like their situation, you would think that they would try to maybe better it or do what's best for them to try to change the trajectory. I just don't know.
There is
I don't really
no
understand
bigger
it.
enemy on this planet to Gabe than Uncle Drew. I've said it numerous times, but all of Nova's greatest meltdowns came at the hands of Drew. Drew has even claimed in the past that he's had to take Gabe down a couple
Jupiter and
notches
Nova look the
during
same to
a
me.
physical
Jupiter.
altercation.
Have we watched
and that
Jupiter?
His respect for Gabe's mom is less than zero. Uncle Drew is so over it. And I gotta say, I can't blame him. Not only are there these horrible allegations out against Nova, but it's also that he doesn't have a steady job, wastes tons of money, and doesn't really take care of his ailing mom. Instead of taking more
Okay, so he has a
responsibility
fucking-
around the house
he has a-
or with
he's a
bills,
fucked up, evil,
Nova would
dying
rather
mom.
spend his
Okay.
money on junk. Recently, he's been really into Pokemon cards. I think he views opening them and getting rare ones as some kind of investment, which I'm sure works for some people, but not with someone who treats their things the way Nova does. It would also be
I was
around
gonna,
this
I was gonna say this guy probably just throws it in a closet. This guy probably just throws it in a closet. I just don't. I did like, man. I really just don't. I don't get it. I don't know. I don't understand. I understand like the idea that people like hate jobs or maybe working and jobs are like not fun and stuff. You know what I mean? Like I get like working can be like stressful and not fun, but like is this life any better than like that life, I guess? Wouldn't you rather be living like wouldn't you rather at least be stressing out knowing you have at least like money in your pockets instead of like this? It's just so weird to me. I was in his server ages ago before he blew up, and he was tweaking about talking to kids. Wait, who, Jupiter or fucking Nova? Goat, evil. Those poor cards. Dude, no, I know. They're probably
Time
so
that Nova proclaimed that he was
wrinkled
going on
up and
a
all
weight
fucked up
loss
and shit.
journey, and that it would be the reason that food reviews would be on the back burner for now.
Hey, all. So I just want to sit and have a talk about what I'm gonna be posting here from now on. So basically, many of you know that I am ashamed of my body and have basically been trying to lose a little bit of weight. Well,
it's
I've been
not helping that
maintaining
you
my weight
eat
for
a
so
bunch of
long,
fast food.
and I figured maybe now is the time to start decreasing it a little bit. So from here on out, I'm not going to be posting very many food reviews. I've got a ton in my drafts, but I'm not going to post any for a little bit while I try to put off some of this weight. I
That's
might
good,
be
that's
doing
good.
low-calorie drink reviews and reviews that aren't full of sugar and all that, but
PSA
yeah, I'm
zero
gonna try and
cards.
start, changing up some of the content from here on out.
Worth
Like,
nothing.
I wanna lose
Absolutely
some of my
worth
midsection
nothing.
Area. Like maybe go down to at least 225. Be a little more secure about my body. It's just losing weight is a challenge for me, at least,
Well, yeah, because you.
because I've been like this my whole life. Well, not this heavy, but I've been carrying more in the midsection. So yeah, I'm gonna be continuing the Pokemon card pack
Is this
openings because
Gamma?
I've been really enjoying those. And maybe some new
Hey,
card
I
openings.
I wish this was Gamma. Jeez. Big rotund Gamma, not skinny, scrawny Mexican Gamma. Big rotund Gamma. Hi, cats. Hi, Ben. Oh, Ben lost his membership. Oh, that's evil.
As well. Something that I think I'm gonna cancel is the Mocktail series, the series within a series, and also the create your own fast food hacks. I haven't made those videos in a long time, and I think it's time to put them to the side. I'm gonna end off the mocktails, so yeah. I might bring back a once in a Great WoW mocktail video, but yeah, who knows. Anyways, guys, expect a lot more karaoke videos, expect less food reviews, and expect more Pokemon card openings.
He did not stop making food reviews. Actually, one of the next videos he would post would be one, but it was far from
I'm gonna lose weight, guys. I got so much fat in my midsection. I got so much blubber. I'm so big and rotund. I'm so fucking huge. I'm so big. I think I'm gonna stop eating food. Next day, hey guys, welcome back to another food review. Today I'm gonna eat more greasy, fucked up food that's gonna make me even bigger. Yesterday he said he was 5'1" fat. Who, Gamma? Gamma does that a lot?
from what everyone was interested in, because while he was preparing his Uncle Roger's uncle sauce, there was a singular bag on his kitchen table that was moving.
I can't wait
A
any
bag on his
longer,
kitchen table that
so
was
I'm
moving?
gonna get it out of the fridge now. Why So Weak Challenge, Level 2, Uncle Sauce. And soon, we're also gonna do Level 3, Auntie Oil.
I want to see the
Bag.
mystery bag that's moving.
Add in the Uncle Sauce.
Oh,
Here it is.
that stove. It was black. Oh.
Okay. Okay.
A moving bag. I gotta see this moving bag.
That's hot.
Oh my god, it is moving.
I don't know if I can do the Auntie Oil.
Why is it moving? Is it just wind? Does he leave a door open or something?
Shit. That's hot.
Don't tell me there's like animals in the bags. Oh, it's
Before I even talk about the table, I'd also like to talk
probably a fucking rat in the bag. There's probably some rat rummaging around in the trash. Jesus Christ, dude. Oh, I love the shirt though. Munchies. Munchies. Oh, hell yeah. I love that shirt. He's trying to appropriate incel culture. Who,
talk
fucking
about the
Gamma?
fridge. From what we can see, the door
Oh.
is absolutely packed with various
Oh.
bags. God only knows how old some of that food is. But then there's also his table. Some people think that it might be a fan that was blowing the bag, but I looked around and there are other pieces of plastic there. I even tried to time the movement of the bag to see if there was
Milk
a
straight from the
pattern. I know
jug?
that
No
sounds
glass?
Absolutely
Yeah.
crazy, but I was just
Yeah,
thinking
straight
if
from the
there was some
glass.
kind of
Or
thing
straight from
that
the
was
straight from the
rotating.
jug. That's how you do it. That's how a real man does it. That's how Nova does it. Cats. That's how Nova does it. You got a problem?
The bag might be moving at certain intervals, but not even that was the case. I personally have no idea what's going on there, but I've heard people say it's maggots, it could be mice. Really, when your home is in the condition that Gabe's is in, it is only a matter of time before pests set up shop. If you somehow don't believe me now, just wait until we get a good look at Nova's room. And we hadn't seen his room in a
You know, I won't even lie. Like, the floor doesn't even look too bad. Like, if he just locked in and just got rid of all these, like, all this junk and boxes and stuff, this house would not look that bad. It probably wouldn't even look that bad. Too bad he's, like, fat and lazy and he only does karaoke and eats food.
while because Nova had been streaming without a face cam, and these streams mainly consist of Nova drinking alcohol, raging at chat, and whatever game he's playing.
That's really good. Holy shit. Did not expect it to be that good. Sorry, I guess I'm
What is
just
he
not in the
playing?
best mood right now. Why is everyone being assholes?
Is this COD?
That's it. Fuck this.
Is this what COD looks like now? I actually don't even know what the fuck that was. I don't even know what that was.
Before I go any further, I want to give a massive shout out to
I'm
Chin
lactose
Universe. You may
intolerant.
have also heard of their other channel, Views and Faker. Both of these channels are great for their own perspective people they cover. Chin Universe catches a lot of Nova's cringe lives and condenses them into a digestible format. There are so many amazing Nova rages that would have been lost without them, and most of the live stream clips that I'm using in this video come from their channel. So a massive shout out to them. Other than streaming, Nova wasn't doing much, just singing karaoke and opening Pokemon cards. But then came a day that Nova was very excited for, and that's the Spokane Pride Parade. Nova has attended this parade for years. He absolutely loves it, and would film numerous TikToks from this year's parade.
The Pride Parade. Yeah! Woo! Yeah! Yeah! Woo!
Yeah, more coming! Yeah!
Yeah, more kids coming. Yeah. Wait, is this real? Do they actually push kids in strollers down? What reason do you have a child in the parade? Why are kids in the parade? I to this, listen, man, I'm sorry. But like, why? What reason are kids in these pride parades? There's like no reason for children. Kids in like little kids in strollers. Like, what does that have to do with pride? What does that have to do with pride? What? I'm so confused. Okay.
So many people are downtown. And we're all here united for one reason.
For one reason, Nova. You tell him, Nova. Oh yeah, fidget toy.
Nova and Universe signing off.
I'm sorry if there's a lot of blurry moments from that video. I tried my best to censor out any children that I saw. Some of them were in strollers, and Nova's like 5 feet from them, just having the time of his life. And I can't say I'm surprised that he enjoyed the event so much, because everyone was itching to get photos. with him.
Trova online.
Excuse me, are you Nova?
Yeah.
Can I get a picture?
I don't mind.
I've been following you since the Wingstop reviews.
Whoa, that was a long
It was a really long time ago.
That was like 3 years ago.
3 years ago. Here, take my phone.
I can't believe I've been known for that long.
Right? I love you, man.
I literally just turned 21 too.
Oh yeah.
Please don't touch me.
Oh, sorry.
Please don't touch me.
Can I get one too? If that's okay.
Yeah, I don't mind. Thank you, Nova. We love your videos.
I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. Seriously.
And your new haircut, bro. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Oh, this is
We
so
love you,
awesome,
Nova.
dude.
Thank you so much. We've been following your career.
Hey, Spokane is like a 5-hour drive from here. Should I go? Yeah, cats. Why don't you head on down? They got the Pride Parade and everything. Go to, well, not anymore.
Since
Of course.
Wingstop. You want to know the funniest thing about this besides Nova saying he
But you
didn't
can meet
wanna
Nova
touch
online.
them? It's that these people tried to claim that they were making fun of Gabe. Couldn't you tell? We said that we liked his haircut. I can almost guarantee you that if you've been following him since the Wingstop review, you know well about his Discord antics.
My young sister's friend went to Pride a year ago. They took pictures with a naked woman who only had pasties on. A reminder they were 15 at this Pride Parade. Ooh. Keep in mind, Romeo is gay. This is coming out the mouth of a gay man. I've never been a huge fan of Pride Parades. I don't really like them that much. I think they make a lot of people look really bad, and it only reinforces this negative this negative idea that a lot of people have about like gay people, trans people, all these things. Because there's not a lot of like regulation. Like if kids are going to be at your parade, probably don't show anything sexual. Probably you could walk around, wave the flags, that's fine. But probably don't have a bunch of like sexual stuff happening at these parades. Or just don't allow kids at the parade. Do your best to moderate kids being at your parade, I guess, is the best way I would say it. Why do we need a parade? Just be gay and get on with your day. That is true. I don't really like the parades in general because I don't see them as useful, I guess. I don't really see what use you have for them. I understand that a lot of the time it's to celebrate, like, oh, like, we're happy about who we are or whatever. But like I said, a lot of it does very much make the community as a whole, just the LGBTQ as a whole, look really like bad a lot of the time because they get caught doing like shit where, like you said, like they're taking pictures with like naked women and stuff. It's like, man, it's really not going to help your case when you have a bunch of people who hate you. It does not help your case.
Almost everyone does. It's referenced by commenters in countless of his TikToks. But these two weren't the only ones there stroking Nova's ego. There's also this genius who has an even worse excuse. Look at the description she put under a photo of her with Nova. I do not support Nova. I tried to get pics of him from afar to show my BF. Keep in mind, he's not just a lolcow, but infamous here as a local, even before the PDF allegations came out.
Really?
He wouldn't stop moving behind one of the people he was with, surprisingly didn't look like a minor, heard his voice right next to me, and couldn't believe my eyes. The reason why this post is so weird is because just how knowledgeable this person was of Nova's past, and to still decide to stroke his ego, making
It's so weird how like Nova's so well known. Like everybody just knows Nova. Everyone in the community, they're like, oh yeah, that's Nova. Everybody knows Nova.
feel like some kind of celebrity. I don't know. That's basically the whole parade event. Nova had a great time and felt like a local celebrity, but things at home were not quite so glamorous. For the first time in a while, Nova used a face cam that was halfway decent, and when he got up to do something...
Hold on, back when they removed Nambla from their parades, they stopped going... Isn't Nambla, like, evil? Isn't Nambla, like... Isn't Nambla, like, some sort of, like... Doesn't that have to do with, like fucking kids or something? Evil, cats, evil.
In his house, we would get an amazing look on just how cluttered his room had gotten.
Jesus Christ. That looks so bad.
I was so busy looking at how big the heap had gotten that
North
I didn't even
American Man
recognize
Boy
the
Love
carpet until
Association.
Much later. It's almost black.
Blood and
There are
Epstein
stains
collab
on
when?
top of stains on top of stains. I think that the
Hello,
other
Only
part of
Besa.
Nova's room is just as bad. He used to film a ton of videos in there, but we haven't seen any for quite some time.
Yeah, North
and I
American
think it's
Man Boy Love Association. Isn't that like isn't that just like a pedophile thing? Yeah, yeah. North American Man Boy Love Association is a pedophilia and pederasty advocacy organization in the United States. I don't know what pederasty means, but yeah, it's a pedophile association. Sup, Only Bayas. Yeah, I haven't seen you around in forever, man. I think I remember you from way back in the day.
because he's trying to hide
What's
the
up, man? What's
conditions of
going
his home.
on?
So he'll go and film in what he views as cleaner rooms. So this new stint of using a face cam was pretty short-lived, but he was still streaming quite a bit, even booting one up on Father's Day, which is a pretty touchy day for him. So he was already in a mood, and the trolls in chat took full advantage of this.
No, I'm not drunk. But I just cracked open a Jack and Coke. Oh, that's actually not too bad. Not even 5 minutes into the stream.
So weird to think that
Not
this guy
even 3
drinks.
minutes, and I've already sent 3 people to Pound Town. Okay, all you're doing is spamming at this point.
Dude, look. Look, Nova's so
Just
good, dude.
spamming the fucking whirlwind legs. I don't have Sea of Thieves either. Alright, that's it. You're being sent to Pound Town. No, this Romello guy. I'm literally about to cut the stream off because people are ruining the stream for everyone else. No, it wasn't because it wasn't because of Siege. It was because of that Romello guy.
Mambo sponsors Pride Parades, or used to.
Hell,
Evil.
talk about me all you
Evil.
want. Bring my fucking dad into this. That's when you cross the motherfucking line, bitch.
Whoa!
What the hell?
Whoa!
Just being a real fan, thank you. Alright, I'm gonna stop before I lose any brain cells from the haters. To the real fans, thank you.
Is he just
But
like
I don't
losing
try to crash
constantly?
Needless to say, Nova's Father's Day didn't go very well. He should have wished his Uncle Drew a happy Father's Day. Uncle Drew really tried his best to steer Gabe the way that he thought was right, and he got nothing but hate and disrespect for it. Kinda like Nova in this next segment I'm gonna talk about. A poor segue into the next topic, but I didn't think of any other good way. Nova would commission a cameo from a famous person, a man named James Buckley who acted on The In-Betweeners. I don't know much about it, but it's British and I've been told it's pretty good. Well, Mr. Buckley didn't give Nova quite the cameo that he expected. Nova asked him if he could help him feel more comfortable with his body, and James
Oh, okay, Besa. Watch your streams from time to time. Well, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for saying hi. Thank you for well, you didn't say hi, but thank you for commenting. That's pretty based. That's pretty awesome. You finally came out of the shell, Besa. You finally came out of the shell.
basically told him to lose weight.
Okay, so I got myself
Puddle!
a cameo
Puddle sucker, I
from
see you.
James Buckley. Y'all may better know him from his acting in The In-Betweeners. And hey, I asked him to help me feel more secure about my weight. So basically, he said it's easier said than done. And
there he
basically,
is,
what I
Puddle.
should do is, basically, I should probably, like, eat less, exercise a little bit more, etc. But basically, that's a lot easier said than done.
Seems like he told Nova to eat less, exercise.
It's easier said than done. It's not that hard, man. You just gotta stop eating food so much and just unironically cleaning your house is like exercise, right? Like you could probably get some good exercise out of cleaning your house and cleaning your yard and stuff. Why don't you just like start doing that? Get into the groove. You don't have to do it like so fast and so much right away. Like you don't have to like 5 days a week work out, right? But you could easily reduce the amount you eat and then gradually like get yourself into a groove of like cleaning your room or cleaning your house. Like start with once a day, then twice, once a week, twice a week, moving into 3 times a week. Then you can clean your entire house maybe. Get it all cleaned up. And then when you get into a groove of being a little bit more active and being more proactive with cleaning up and stuff, then you can maybe consider doing workouts and stuff. Welcome, Raiders. Hi, Gamma. Welcome. I wonder if his caregiver never taught him how to care for himself. Well, it seems to me like he's the caretaker of his mother. Go for daily walks and listen to music. If cleaning is a struggle, do a little bit at a time. That's what I was saying. If you're having a hard time with finding the motivation for these things, just do it a little bit at a time. Do what your do what your mind allows you to do. If you can clean up just a little bit at a time, do that, and then do it almost like a little bit at a time, all the time, just bit by bit, and like, yeah, listen to music while you walk. I mean, that's an easy one. Hi, Shinny. Hi, Astro John. Gamma raid. Thank you for the raid, Gamma. Huge raid. Welcome in. Nova Online doesn't have time to get fit. He's too focused on fitting into a kit. That's crazy.
And if he still cared about it, to then just not. I think I'm going to have to go watch me this show, because those are truly inspirational words from James. But surprisingly, it didn't seem to have much of an effect on Nova.
Nova does go
one
to
of
the
his
gym,
very
right? He
next posts
used
would be
to.
another
I don't know if he
classic
still
text
does,
wall.
though.
In this one, he says,
He had an arrow. Oh,
my life,
my cat.
I'm sick of being labeled what I'm not. And I just want to be respected for once. Crying emoji. I don't know what he's particularly referencing there, but I assume it could be the allegations.
He goes to the
of
gym, yes.
grooming
Oh,
or
okay.
being a sicko, which all have numerous
Is he
cases
yoked
of
yet?
evidence.
He's
to
getting
back
there.
them
He's
up. I
just
guess
he's just bulking a little
sad
bit.
that
He's
people-
just in the bulk right now. He's just in the bulk right now. He's in the bulk phase, okay? He's getting yoked. He's just got to bulk up first.
People aren't buying his excuses. And around this time, Gabe was full of them. He would post another TikTok where he said no words, only
Indefinite
presenting
bulk.
a message and then shaking his head on camera. He says that he thought his room was bad. Some of the rooms in here are way worse. I don't have roaches or maggots in mine, and I can't imagine living with them. That's pretty big talk for a guy that's not showing their room, who hasn't shown their whole room in months.
Is
and
this
who just a
Morale?
few
We were
days
saying that
before
earlier,
had a
Chronic.
mysterious bag
I'm on
moving
con-
on his
I'm on a
kitchen
constant
table.
bulk.
Like I said earlier,
Maybe that's what we
the
need to do. We just need to
resolution
get on the
he came
bulk.
to about weight loss and the wise words of that
Romeo
actor
knows how to
had no
live.
effect on him. Not even a week after he declared there would be less food reviews, it was back to regularly scheduled programming.
Wendy's came out with the brand new Takis Fuego meal. Today, we're going to be trying out all the Fuego items. That's better. Let's give this a try. We're going to be trying this week's Crumble Cookies
Crumble
menu.
cookies. Yeah, you're going to lose weight eating those. Holy fuck. How many calories is that? That is insane. Hold on. That's a lot of crumble cookies for one man. Let's see. A regular, holy shit. Holy fuck. A regular sized cookie from Crumble Cookie typically ranges from 700 to 1,000 calories. And the mini cookies are 200 to 300 calories. Dude, wait. Who eats this shit, man? This is terrible. This is fucking horrible. Oh my god. I had crumble for the first time last month. They're so fucking big. I know. I've had crumble cookie. No new chatters. Everybody here's been here before. Everybody's been here before. Oh, only Besa? I've known Besa for a while, Riru. I've known, well, not, I've never had like physical conversations with Besa, but I've seen Besa's videos and I think I left comments under some of them before in the past. They're too sweet. They are so sweet. Crumble cookies are so fucking sweet. They are so hard to eat. I can't. I don't know how people go to Crumble Cookie and say like, hell yeah, this shit's so good. Oh yeah, it's so good. It's so sweet. They lather that shit up. They lather that shit up with so much sugar. It's insane. R3? Sorry, R3. I'm sorry. I meant R3.
Mini cookies, because I don't like to waste food. Confetti cake.
Confetti cake.
I forgot what this one was. Raspberry butter cake.
He eats it so weird. Why does he eat it like that? He's eating it so... Well, technically I had part of a tres leche. Well, that's different. Tres leche is good. Hi, Herbie. He's eating it so sensually. He's like putting it in his mouth really slowly and like biting down really slow. I immediately had to work out after that. I felt too guilty. They're that bad. That's how bad Crumble is, man. Their shit is so fucking... Don't they have the... Hold on. Don't they have the brownie? Crumble cookie brownie. They have like a fucking brownie calories. Oh! Ah! Hold on, let's move this. It's like an ice cream brownie thing, and it's 1,130 calories for just this one brownie. Good God, man, that's so much. That's so much. Hold on. 220 milligrams or 640 milligrams of sodium. 110 grams of total sugars. 70 grams of added sugars. This thing's got at least 15 grams of protein. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Hi, Jimbo. Hi. Oh, I accidentally moved the wrong thing. Let's move this back. I'm very important to the March Baby lore. Yeah, true. Because whoever he was in his past life is being punished in this life. Nova is proof that reincarnation exists. If I was American, I would be the fattest, drunkest bastard. Nuh-uh, we're not that fat, all right? Hi, Herbie. Hi. Did I say hi to Jimbo? Hi to Shinny? Hi to Herbie? Hi to... Well, I just did, but... Oh, yeah, dude. The Marcus. How much does that weigh? This person? I think 3... What are they at? 300?
Chocolate cake. How does this qualify as a cookie? I don't know.
Yeah, eat it nice and slow.
And finally, the Moonbeam ice cream cookie. I need another bite to determine the flavors. Give me a sec.
I need another bite to determine the
7.5
flavors.
out of 10.
But not everything
Okay.
was burger reviews and crumble cookies. No, Nova still had very real
Hi,
problems,
Texty.
like the rise in people going
Sorry,
to his
Texty, I didn't say hi to
house, either
Texty.
trespassing on his property or leaving him things. And one day when he was braiding Novacord in his backyard, he would be confronted by 2 individuals doing this. And this is what ended up happening.
Read the sign! No trespassing!
He's like rummaging around his big fucking... Dude, the grass is so high. You can hear it.
You too, bitch!
Oh my God. Nova, calm down. Calm down, Nova. What the fuck? Is this person F to M? I don't know, actually. I think they're M to F. Isn't Nova trans? Nova, like, claims they're trans or something, right? Apparently we have these in Canada. I guess I don't have to live in America to become him. You don't, Cats, you don't. You can get nice and big in Canada. When Nova takes a step, the world shakes as well. I hate Nova so much. Dude, it's... Herbie, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
Sideways.
I'm sorry, Herbie. Yeah, the server hijacking thing was last time. It's okay, babe.
First time that's happened.
I'm fueled by my rage, Marcus. I can tell, man. You're commenting a lot more than normal. It's because Nova's here.
Yeah, I'm fine. You can see me shaking.
Why is he so freaked out? Oh, was it like some person trying to get onto his okay. I guess that's reasonable to get a little worried about. But why are you still outside?
I'm stopping the stream. I'm not gonna have that happen.
The live streams had honestly gotten crazy. I think ever since Nova has been able to drink alcohol, he's been a little bit more aggressive during these streams.
I'm applying for anything I can. No one wants to motherfucker hire. I paid the fuck up rent. Now shut the fuck up. Alright, that's fuck up it. That's fuck up it. I am sending so many people.
When you're doing hood rat shit with the boys and you see a no trespassing sign, hey, that's just how that's how it is. Everyone is just jealous of Nova. That's true. You guys are just
downtown
jealous.
tonight.
It seemed like the trolling in his live streams was getting worse with time, but there was one hobby that
Hi,
he
Tyrone.
actually took solace in, something that he enjoyed, and that was
Oh, that's
opening
huge, Shitty.
trading card packs, Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! In particular. And one week, one of his loving fans would send him some totally legit expensive Pokemon card packs. They're called Evolutions. Only problem is that the packs he got were completely fake, with the packaging being red instead of blue.
In the next episode of
I
Should
need to
Open
see
It or
this.
Should I Keep It Sealed, we're gonna be opening up 4 of these XY
Those are
Evolutions packs,
so fake.
and I'm keeping one of them sealed.
would act-
He's convinced. He's convinced that's a real thing. I don't think a Charizard has ever been on an Evolutions pack. Hold on, I need to see this. I don't think Charizard has ever been on an Evolutions pack. That's never, and it's never been red either, has it? Maybe it has. I gotta double check this. I thought Evolutions was like a blue pack. Yeah, it's this. It's like this. It's like this blue. It's like this blue, right? Yeah, that's such a fake pack. It's already fake. We already know it's fake. What?
Actually take a commenter in one of Nova's TikToks to point this out to him, and he acted like it wasn't a very big deal, but these packs would have been pretty expensive if they were real. I love how the series is called Should I Open It or Should I Keep It Sealed? When he opens almost everything. I've never seen him put one to the side. I don't know, I'm probably just nitpicking. It's a
He's stealing it from that one Pokemon pack opener. Should I open it or should I keep it sealed? You guys ever seen that guy? He's trying to do that guy's bit. That guy's awesome. He opens packs. He's really good at opening packs, and he is good at telling us how much the cards are worth. And he's
extremely minor in the face of many things Nova has done. But I think that these Pokemon cards did have an impact on him, because one of his very next TikToks would be about him and some of
Is
the
that the recent
struggles that
Discord
he's
server that was
been
recently
having.
called out? Someone dap
I really
Zach
been
up. Someone dap him up.
And I just wanted to say this up front because it seems like everyone's turning a blind eye to this, so I don't know if you can tell, but I've lost my motivation to shower, and
What?
I find
Nova.
comfort in eating.
Nova.
That's why I'm so fat. I'm not gonna even sign off. This is bloody serious.
Nova was
I haven't
also
found the
pissed
motivation to shower and I just want to keep eating. Oh my god. Why would you admit that? You stink. You smell. Oh, Nova.
that people were still telling him to get a job. He claimed that he had been trying to get one for months and that no one
that's pretty
would
cool,
hire
Shinny.
him, but a lot of people didn't believe this. So he would make a video showing all of the jobs that he had applied to in the past few days.
Repping the
and some
BTS
of them
shirt.
were extremely ironic, like being a hotel housekeeper.
Okay, I am sick and fucking tired of these comments showing up on every single fucking video I post when I am actively looking for a job, but nobody wants to fucking hire me. So, I've had it. I'm gonna show
That's
you proof
not
that I'm
true.
Actually,
I don't believe that in the slightest. Unless these jobs are like doing background checks on the guy or something. But like that's not true. It shouldn't be that hard to be able to at least get a interview. It shouldn't be that hard, especially with like part-time, not even just part-time jobs, but just what is it called? Minimum wage jobs. Like, you should be able to get an interview with at least one of them. There's no way none of them are calling you back. You're either putting in applications and you're not like pressing because you're just putting in an application, that's it, or you're not applying at all. Hi, Raven. Nova lost the motivation to shower. I don't believe that he showered ever. True. I think Nova got fired from his job because he doxed where he was working. Ah, I see. I see. Ooh, yeah, it was like this. I know what this is, Romeo. Is this? Oh, it's so loud. I've seen this video before. Ah! Ah! Yeah, that's it.
Applying for jobs. First up, bakery assistant. They viewed my application, never heard back.
Bakery assistant?
Also, cook at a Mexican restaurant. Applied. They probably
No shit, you're not getting the job. You're applying for jobs that... What? Bakery assistant? Cook, like a cook in the back of a Mexican restaurant? They're not gonna hire you?
hit delete on my application before they even viewed it. Next up, line cook at a local bar. They viewed my application, yet I haven't heard back. Hotel housekeeper at a local hotel. They never viewed my application.
You're applying for such... Okay, these are the type of jobs that you would need to, like, have, like, at least a good sheet, a good record. These are, like, the types of jobs you would need, like... You need to look a little impressive for some of these jobs. Some of these jobs are obviously, like, jobs you can get off rip, right? But you would probably need at least a bit of a resume built up with no, like... You weren't, like, fired or something. These aren't, like, minimum wage, like, entry-level jobs. These are, like... What?
Even Taco Bell hasn't even gotten back to me yet. And as you can see...
Like, he's applying for a line cook job, dude. You have, like, no experience with, like, cooking. I don't think this guy has any experience with cooking. Of course they're gonna fucking not accept your application when they find out this guy who doesn't have any experience in any cooking. And in the last job he worked at a fucking Denny's, he got fired because he doxed their location. If they find something like that out on your history, they're probably gonna reject you instantly, dude. What this guy is so retarded.
Applied for within the last week.
As I'm sure you expected, not a
That was only,
single
like,
one of
4
these
jobs,
got
too.
back to Nova. I think it's because he's quit or been fired from so many, and also his extremely poor reputation around town,
Yeah.
as well as on the internet. A reputation that was about to get even worse, because an interview from allegedly one of Nova's ex-friends would surface.
I had a
on
line cook job at
Twitter.
15.
Twitter
That's
user
crazy.
called Solidus Nova would be contacted.
Like, all the restaurants I worked at, you would not be, like, you could not become a cook in the back. Unless you had, like, some history of actually being, like, you know, a cook. You couldn't just get the job, like, right off rip. You gotta, like, start on the... You had to start as, like, a dishwasher or something first if you wanted to move your way up or something. They probably just hate him. I worked at a sandwich shop at 15. I worked as a busser. Like, I don't understand why this guy can't, like, apply for maybe, like, a busser position or something. Something that literally... They'll hire you just because it's one of the easiest jobs in the world. All you got to do is, like, fucking pick up plates and bring them to the back, right? Like, apply for, like, these very easy entry-level jobs. Or if you, like I said, if you want to make more money than just, like, minimum wage jobs, like I said, work as, like, a busser, work as, like, a hostess for a restaurant or something. Yeah, grocery store at 14. You work at a grocery store. This guy could easily try to get a job at a grocery store. They'll hire anybody. Like, they hire literally anybody at grocery stores. I'm not even joking. I think I've met people in grocery stores that were, like, convicted felons. You can get a job at a fucking grocery store. Go work there or something. And you can work your way up the chain in a grocery store. You could become, like, somebody in the back or something who works in the deli department or, like, fucking the bakery area if you work hard enough. He did start off as a dishwasher. Dishwashing is perfect for him, but I doubt he'd apply. Yeah, he just doesn't want to work those types of jobs. They'd probably hire him if it was a dishwasher position. Like, it's not a position that you need to be, like, super trained in or anything. You literally just wash dishes. but he probably just doesn't
acted
want
by
to get
a
the job.
person claiming to have been
'Cause it's
Nova's
not
friend
fun.
from the time that they were 14 to 17. What you're about to hear is a voice recording that has been altered to conceal the identity of Nova's alleged victim, and it is extremely disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
So what happened was is that I
That's
was
true,
friends with
Cryptid.
him for almost 3 years, or like about 3 years. So I was 14, turning. He doesn't use Twitch anymore, but he had a Twitch account.
March Baby, Nova likely took the Boogie 2988 route when it comes to interviews. True, true. That's actually true. He probably did take that route. He probably did take that route. Hold on. This is
Disturbing.
I need to- I need
User
to-
called a reputation that was about to get even worse because an interview.
Yes,
from
remember to like the
allegedly one of
stream,
Nova's
all right?
ex-friends
Everybody
would
remember to like
surface
the
on
stream.
Twitter. A Twitter user called Solidus Nova would be contacted by a person.
Remember to
claiming have
subscribe
been
as
Nova's
well
friend
and
from
leave
the time that they
a
were
dono,
14
all right?
to 17.
If you feel so kind
What you're
to.
about to hear is a voice recording that has been altered to conceal the identity of Nova's alleged victim, and it is extremely disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
So what happened was is that I was
Okay.
friends with him for almost 3 years, or like about 3 years. So I was 14, turning
wrong one.
15 when I became friends with him, and he used to play Fortnite on Twitch. He doesn't use Twitch anymore, but he had a Twitch account, and I used to play Fortnite with him. Like, he would invite me to play, and we were playing Fortnite, and he asked me, "Hey, can I have your Discord so like I can text you better?" And I was like, "Okay, cool." And the only time he would text me is to hop on Fortnite, and I was like, "Okay, cool, whatever." And this is before I saw like the weird stuff about him or whatever, and I was like, "Okay, whatever," right? Telling me, "Oh, fuck my life, I hate my life," blah blah. But then he wouldn't respond to what I was saying to him, or when I would reply back to him, he would just low key just, "I fucking hate my life, my life. Like, I wish I did." And then I would respond like, "Why? What's wrong?"
When? How old
And then
was
no response
Nova
until he'd
at
be
this
like,
time?
"I fucking hate my life," and then I'd be like, "Why? What's wrong?" Ah. But then he was having a contest of like in his.
Oh, hi,
server,
Big
he was
Aaron. I
trying to
never, I
make,
didn't
like,
even see
have a
you.
contest, see who could make the best merch.
Hi, Big
right?
Aaron.
And I sent him like.
Oh,
This is my
my-
last 20 until I get paid tomorrow. I hope this helps.
Thank you for the 20 Canadian cats. Very kind of you, cats. Very kind of you. Just know, everybody, that if you do donate, it does go towards my demise. If we do hit the $1,500 goal by the end of the month, I have to eat some pretty spicy food. And not just basic spicy food. I got to do the one chip challenge, and then I also have to do like the devil's toe or whatever the fuck it's called. 9 million Scoville, whatever the fuck it is. Evil. Boing, 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 boing. He can't do a simple job like dishwashing as he lost the motivation to shower and clean himself. I don't want someone touching my dishes that I would eat out of. That is true. That is
What
true.
I
That is true.
think you'll be a good merch for you. And it was really cool. And he told me that he was going to use it, but he never used it to make merch. But then later on in our friendship, he would like we would play games and we would do this and
Devil's
that,
anus.
right?
Eat that
But then
anus.
he was telling me like, "Oh, I fucking hate my life," and then he'd be like, "Oh, I fucking hate my life," and then I'd be like, "What's wrong?" And usually he wouldn't respond. But that day he was like, "Oh, it's just the trolls and stuff. And they're saying mean things about me," and I was like, "Why?" Like blah blah blah. And he was like, "Well, they're saying I talk to little kids," and I was like, "They think you talk to little kids? Like what?" And he was like, "Yeah."
That's really fucking funny. That's actually, if that's true, that's really fucking funny. Oh, fuck. I hate the trolls. I hate the trolls. Oh, I hate them so much. Oh, I hate the trolls. Why, Nova? Why do you hate the trolls? Says the 14-year-old. Oh, just, they keep saying I talk to kids. They keep saying I keep talking to kids and stuff. They keep saying they keep accusing me of being some weird fucking freak who talks to little kids. Says to the 14-year-old. Dude. Honestly, he probably couldn't hold the job because he can't adhere to the grooming standards of the job. Most places require that you shower. That is true. That is
And
true.
blah blah blah. And I was like, no, it's gonna be okay. Like everything's gonna be better. I promise.
Saying this to a child is crazy work.
Everything's gonna be okay.
Unironically, like saying, oh, the trolls keep saying I talk to kids. What the fuck, man? While saying this to a child is crazy.
I know, blah blah
Like,
blah. It's
dude.
okay. And he'd be like, oh, thank you. And he wanted me to join a voice call. And I never joined a voice call with this guy besides only like voice chat and Fortnite. And he was talking to me and he was like, I'm sad. I wish I had a hug. I wish I could hug you. And I was
Okay,
like,
dude.
really? Oh, okay. And then I'd be like, yeah, but I'm, how old was I? Like 16? I was like 16. And so I was like, oh, I'm 16. And he was like,
16-year-old.
well,
Okay.
I'm not being weird, am I? And I was like, no, it's just a little. And so, like, that was happening. And he was telling me, like, oh, you're making me regress. And I was like, what's regress? And he was like, oh, it's where I just go back to the state of being a little kid. You make me feel like I'm
He's age playing. He's trying to age play with a 16-year-old. Oh man, it sucks that there's no proof for this. I mean, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. I hope this didn't happen. But like, what the fuck? He's like trying to he's trying to age play with this 16-year-old. You make me go back to the days when I was a little kid. I think I detect a Gamma or Mira type accent in this victim. I got high on nicotine and was being a weirdo because of the nicotine. Nova. The real question is Nova good at Fortnite? Probably not. Nova sucks at
want to be a
games.
little kid again. I was like, why? And he's like, because you're such a mommy. And I was like, and he was
Whoa!
like, yeah, you're such a mommy. You do this and you do that. And you comfort me when I'm sad. And I was like, well, I'm just being a friend. And he was like, yeah, but it's more than that. And I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. Whatever. And then he was like, we were then I started seeing the videos on TikTok, and then I went down a rabbit hole of Nova, and I was like, wait, all this makes sense, like with the diapers, and when he would talk to me, he would use like the baby voice, right?
He'd do the baby voice. What about the diapers? Something about diapers. Why are you always watching these freaks, Marcus? Because it's fun, all right? Because I like to have fun around here. I want to hear something about the diapers, man. Oh, the baby voice. Oh, Nova, do you need your diaper changed? Oh, Nova. Marcus babiness. Oh, Marcus
And so I went down a
babiness.
rabbit hole, and I
True.
was like, wait, so the guy that
I have not done my
consider a
music
friend
segment, no.
actually is not doing, like, he's a weirdo. So then I was just curious because I was like, because I was just dead ass curious. So I was asking
Okay.
some videos about his binky, and I
Is
was like,
Binky?
oh, let me just ask. And I was like, do you have a binky? I think
Hi,
I
Abby,
seen
by the way.
a video about it, and he was like, all these fucking trolls, they say that binkies, blah blah.
I'm
blah,
not young
blah. And I
enough,
was
Big
like,
Aaron.
do
Don't
you? And
worry.
he's like, well, I do. And so he showed me his binky, and he said that he like sucking on it, reminds him of being a baby. Or he like would hold a stuffed animal and he would turn on his camera and be like, I wish it was you. I wish it was you. And I was like, okay, this is kind of weird. Like, I'm getting uncomfortable. And I was telling him I was getting uncomfortable. He was like, you think I'm a weirdo? You think I do this? You think I do that? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, bro, what the? And then he sent me, because he said that my voice was relaxing. He says that I think it's personally annoying, but you know, whatever. But he was saying that my voice was relaxing and that like he could fall asleep to it. And then he sent me like this thing of like his favorite.
A grown ass man with a binky makes me want to vomit. You don't ever put the binky in? You never go. What? You never. You go. I can't do like the. Yeah, there we go. You never like pop it in like that. You never. Yeah. And then just go to town on it. Nova and his binky solos fiction.
for ASMR.
That's a
and
gamma
some of them
accent.
would be
Mira
like,
is raised by
"Mommy
white
gives you
people.
a
That is
hug,
true.
Mommy gives you kisses," and he told me that he wanted me to like, I guess, make one for him because he was so much of a mom, like I was so much of a mother or a mommy, I guess, which is weird. But I have a lot of screenshots of texts between Nova. I have
Did I do it right? Did I? I can't do it. I'm trying to like make. I'm trying to do it. I'm trying to. Here, hold on. Let's see. Let's see if I can find it. Maybe. Oh my god, I love the stupid boss baby gifts. They're so fucking dumb. They're so fucking dumb. Did Raven die? What happened to Raven? Oh, dude, fuck. I shouldn't have laughed so hard. My headache. Oh. I cannot tell if this person is a guy or a girl with the voice modulation. The fact that they said bro earlier makes me think guy. They might be on the, the whole LGBTQ, spectrum here. So we don't know because Nova is part of that little community. I'm mad that I don't have my membership here. Here, listen, I got you. All right, TM Ben, I got you. All right, let's get Ben his membership. I got him. I'm going to get him that membership. We always do one of these.
Hello, princess.
There you go, Ben.
Thank you, March Baby, for the memberships. Welcome, TM
First
Ben.
try, baby. First try. Hell yeah, that's what I like to hear.
video.
I unfortunately do not have a
Binky
Banky, Cody. I
like
unfortunately do not.
But he Loki was like using me for a little bit, like, and I was like, no, I'm gonna stop being your friend because one, you're making me uncomfortable. Two, you're using me
Of course,
because
Ben.
I'm nice to you. And three,
You'll be here for the
like,
members only stuff
just
too.
asking me for weird stuff, and I was like, dude, I'm just not gonna be your friend anymore.
This individual was able to provide messages between them
Oh.
and Nova, adding even more credibility to this interview, and Gabe has yet to respond to it. But the allegations made in it are very disturbing, and sadly all behavior that we've seen Nova display before. And it's also
Okay,
not
if
the
there
last
if there are messages, I'm not gonna lie. I believe it. I mean, Nova's got a long history of being like a bit of a freak, a bit of a strange individual, if you will. All right, he's got a bit of a history. Oil off, members only Monday when? What is that? What is oil off? Oil off? You want me to do an oil off with you guys on members only Monday? Is that what you got? Is that what you're asking for, Abby? Because we do members only Monday. We did members only Monday this Monday.
time in this video that we'll see someone come forward from Nova's past. But for now, it was the 4th of July. Like I said, Nova had refused to respond to this damning interview that was released, instead making a video recording his 4th of July celebration, where much like his
Freak off
birthday, he
Fridays.
celebrates alone, lighting off a fountain completely by himself, and lighting a part of his yard on fire in the process.
Today I'm lighting off my first firework in over 5 years. Just a disclaimer, please be careful when using fireworks.
Here's what we have so far. We have White Girl Wednesday. By the way, I think it's Wednesday, right? It's Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday. I'm not sure. We got White Girl Wednesdays. We got Stirred Up Tuesdays. We have Members Only Mondays. We have Freak Off Fridays. What is a Thursday and what is Saturday? What are Thursdays and what are Saturdays? Nova would make a great antagonist. Dude is so unpredictable, but he's real. I don't like I don't like white women. White women are a bit evil. I won't lie. I won't lie. White women are a bit strange, a bit evil. I will agree with that. I will agree with that.
Don't be dumb and stupid. Walking down with my firework, the Tiny Titan. Let's light it. Place it down.
Nova, don't mess up, alright? He's like freaking the fuck out. Come on, Nova, you can do this.
Got it.
Run, Nova! Run, Nova!
Whoa, shit! Happy
Whoa.
4th, everyone!
Whoa. Whoa, that's awesome.
Holy shit! Oh, this is going on for pretty long.
Next thing I'm gonna see is it just lighting something
Is
on
it
fire.
almost done yet? How is it still going? Okay, get the frick away, get the frick away. How is it going on for this long?
Damn, Nova, that was a really cool firework, Nova.
That was worth it.
Put it out. Holy shit, he's gonna start a fucking...
I wonder what happened 5 years ago that had Nova lighting off fireworks. Maybe things were just better with Uncle Drew.
Oh, that was
Who
5
knows?
years
A
ago?
lot of Nova's
Oh.
past remains shrouded in mystery.
This is what you need me to do every Monday?
Today I'm going to be trying baby oil for the first time. So as you guys know, Diddy has been very, very naughty, and he has 1,000 bottles of baby oil in his mansion. So I want to see what's the hype? Why do you have 1,000 bottles
What's the
of baby
hype?
oil in your house?
Yeah, what's the hype of the
I wanna
baby
see
oil?
Why is it so good? Why do you have so much? So let's try the baby oil, guys. First time trying baby oil. I know how you guys are thinking, how did I not already try baby oil? I haven't tried baby oil. First time, let's try it. Let's go.
Oh! Don't! No, no, no! Oh, he's drinking it. Can you drink baby oil? Please tell me. Dude. No, baby oil is not edible. It's made for external use on the skin and should not be ingested. Ingestion of baby oil can be dangerous, potentially lead to respiratory issues, pneumonia, and other health problems. Dude! Oh, don't drink it. Don't drink it. Don't drink it. Don't drink it. Don't... Oh my god, he downed it.
To be honest, guys, I don't know the hype. I don't know why Diddy has 1,000 bottles of baby oil. It just literally tastes like regular like oil, but like scented, like it's scented. That's how the baby oil tastes. I don't know why he has 1,000 bottles of baby oil, but
Oh.
Nothing like a Diddy party.
What?
Party. There's nothing like a Diddy party. Party. There's nothing like
What
a Diddy
the
party. Party. There's nothing like a Diddy party. There's nothing like a Diddy party.
What the
There's
fuck?
Nothing like a Diddy party. There is nothing like a Diddy.
It's like dripping off of his face. There's so much oil. There's so much oil. He's so oiled up.
Party. There's nothing like a Diddy party. There's nothing like.
Nothing. Hey, ain't no party like a Diddy party. Hey, ain't no party like a Diddy party. Abby, you need me to lather up on Mondays? I'll lather up for a goal, but I ain't gonna lather up. I ain't gonna lather up for free, all right? Marcus, do a dono goal to remake this. Fuck. I'd lather up. I would lather up, but it'd have to be a dono goal. I'd lather up. Was that sticky keys I heard? No, no sticky keys. I didn't turn on any sticky keys.
But recently, someone on TikTok would come forward shining some light on
Nothing
it.
like a Diddy
woman
party because of
claiming
Diddy
that
party
she
don't
went
stop.
to middle school with Gabe.
$127
and that it went
goal.
about as
True.
well as
There
you'd
you go, Zach.
expect.
Yeah,
Not
$127
only does she
goal, and I'll
claim
do
that
the
she
Diddy
went to
party.
middle school with him,
Or-
but she
Oh,
also
well,
provides videos that she
Riri
claims
really wants
have
you to
them
do
both
that.
in it. I'm not going to show them.
Chop chop to it, Marcus. Get rerow on the baby oil.
Get Riri on the baby oil. I'm gonna feel like shit if I lather my entire skin up in baby oil, dude. It's gonna suck. You'll do what? I'll do a Diddy party? Me? Yeah, you're gonna have to lather me up in oil. Oil me up. No, not you. I guess we could do it together. We can oil up together. There you go.
Point. But what I'm trying to get across here is that while it's not 100% confirmed, she is extremely confident and has some sort of evidence. So I want you guys to at least hear her story.
I think we all know who Nova is.
Is this the person?
I went to middle school with him, and all my friends have been telling me to
Oh,
make a
no.
video about it. So here we are. Just to clear off some suspicions, no, he was not a band kid. He was a choir kid. I was in the select choir. It was an all-girls choir. You had to audition for it. It was only for the 8th graders. And he was not happy that he wasn't in it. So he made his own choir outside of school and invited a whole bunch of girls
Tyrone,
that were
come
in
on,
the select
man.
choir and the regular, like, extracurricular choir. He invited a whole bunch of us over to his house with an invitation.
Here, how about this, Zach? $127 for me to oil up. Add another $127 for both of us to oil up. There you go. There you go.
Using exercise machines for music videos.
When will you play the horse girl racing game? I'm gonna have to hit a dono goal for that, bro. I'm not fucking playing the horse racing girl game unless you guys get me to play it.
Gabe, Nova, whatever, sent me this text message.
She probably has a. I don't see a lazy eye.
For the choir, so those were the songs.
I'm kind of panicky right now. Why? We listened to it. Oh, this is from Gabe. We'll listen to it tomorrow in practice. Your picks making the cut were Rockabye and On My Way. Oh, okay. I have to go. Bye.
Everyone gets oiled up. You, Riraw, Taro, Ginger nya.
God damn it. We gotta oil up the cats too. We gotta oil up the cats too. Oh, oiling up my cats. What the hell? What the hell? What did Gamma do for the horse girl game? What did he do? Like $50? Yeah, if I had a goal of $50, I'll play the horse girl game. Play Honey Pop? I literally can't. That game is unironically not allowed to be played on stream. It says it. It's in the TOS, in YouTube's TOS, it lists it as one of the games that is a specific game you can't play.
Songs of mine that he chose, whatever. He sent me his address, and I asked if my friend could come with me because I was uncomfortable. And at this point, hadn't even asked my mom because he had been pressuring me over and over again at school, telling me like, "Do you have an answer yet? Do you have an answer yet?" So I just told
See
him
you
yes
tomorrow. I'll give
to
you my
that.
address tomorrow.
I didn't end up going, so I have no idea what happened, like, there. But he wanted us to use exercise machines for a music video because he wanted to sing Total Eclipse of the Heart. And he was very, very mad at me for not going. And he made it very obvious. He was telling people that he was really mad at me, and then I stabbed him in the back. But that was short-lived because in middle school we had a thing called Friday sharing. And it was, you put your name on the list, and on Friday we would go through the list, and when your name was up, you got to perform. And I was somehow in the select choir and the extracurricular choir at the same time, like different
Nova
periods.
with the Riz. I know he's trying to pull.
So I was there in class, and he comes up and he asks like 5 or 6 of us to go up to the front of the class with him, and we're like, okay. This dude proceeds to sing Love Me Like You Do by Elle Goulding and basically Magic Mike like lap dance that shit, and our teacher had to stop it because we were all uncomfortable. We all were just sitting there like, because we were 12.
He was giving them lap dance. What the? What? He gets into this all-girls choir thing, and then he lap dances on the women? Oh, jeez. Okay. 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 This is what women want. Okay, dude. They were yeah, but he was 12 too. This was like middle school. They were in the same like grade or whatever.
What are you supposed to do? Our teacher told him to stop, talked him in the hallway. We moved on to the next performances. Nothing kind of came out of that. He was also really touchy, like with girls. I cannot tell you a single girl that I went to middle school with that was not uncomfortable around him, because he was always like grabbing you, feeling you some other way.
That's really strange. He's touchy, but yet when people touch him, he's like, "Don't touch me."
Personally, I don't think she's lying. I could see all of this happening. A photo of her and Gabe together has surfaced, so it's all but confirmed that she at the very least went to middle school.
She did
with
actually go
Nova.
to middle
She
school.
also said that she might be releasing a video with more stories soon, so I'll have to keep an eye out for that. The only other thing of note that I can think to
You have $4 to oil goal now or horse game, whatever comes first. I have in total right now. No, we do it at all, right? I have in total 1934. Or no, actually no, not 1934. 21. Sorry, 2133. We have 2133, all right? If we hit 50, I'll do the horse racing game, and then past 50 if we hit 120. I won't do 27 exactly. Zach just likes to make random numbers. But we'll do 120. If we do 120, I'll oil up. I'll oil up. And then I'll sit here and go, "It's nothing like a Diddy party," or whatever the fuck the guy says. What? Okay, fine. 127, chat. You gotta respect the 127. Zach wants 127.
mention is that Nova's lawn finally got mowed. I think it was actually weed-eated. The grass was way too high for any standard kind of mower, and a weed eater had magically appeared in Nova's front room. People think that if Nova was actually responsible for this maintenance, he would have filmed it, so many have theorized that it was Nova's mom that ended up taking the initiative. I don't know if that's the truth, but I do believe that Gabe had nothing to do with it, or else he'd be bragging. There's actually a lot of stuff that he's not bragging about. The new interview with an alleged minor that knew and talked to Nova for years. The revelation from a woman claiming to be his former classmate.
True.
The ever-increasing amount of drinking present in his live streams, as well as the ever-deteriorating state of
Scamma has
his
still not
home.
played the horse
This
game.
list could
Am
go
I
on
able to
forever.
play? Am I able to play it on? What's the horse game called? Horse girl game. Is it just another gotcha game, by the way? Okay, it is on Steam. It is a game that I can obtain through Steam. As long as it's not like an evil game. Yeah, my wife wants me to play that silly date everything game where you could like date like furniture or whatever. Is it called Date Everything? Oh, it is. These games are so evil, dude. You guys are trying to get me to play the most evil games. You guys are trying to get me to play the most evil games. He is the baby oil. He is the baby oil thing. Was the baby oil thing with Diddy real? Oh, you're asking if the baby oil stuff with Diddy. Yeah, he did have that much baby oil. He had a lot. The horse game looks crazy. Gam Gam showed a SS and it looks scary. You'd probably date the toilet. Oh, no, yeah, for sure. Stir it up, right? You got to stir it up. You got to stir it up. All right, let's get into the real deal. All right, let's get into the real deal. Let me just watch Gamma. Let's watch some Gamma, all right? I know you guys maybe hate Gamma. You guys are like, Gamma, scamma. Scamma, not Gamma, scamma. All right, you guys are probably thinking that.
All right, so we all saw this coming.
But it's
We
okay.
all knew this day would
I got
come.
it.
It was
He's
inevitable.
good at giving content.
iDubbbz released a video
Context and content.
that landed very poorly. Everybody hated it because it took very tone-deaf shots at Ethan Klein. Now, don't get me wrong. There are absolutely things that you can criticize Ethan Klein for. However, when it comes from iDubbbz, somebody who is now widely disrespected and known for being a soy loser, all of those criticisms...
Raiders just came from Gamma stream, though. That don't mean they like him. They always be hating on Gamma in stream. That's the funniest thing. I go into Gamma's chat, and they're always hating on Gamma. They're always in there like, man, fuck this Gamma guy. This Gamma guy sucks, man. Fuck Gamma. And I'm like, why are you guys saying that? Why are you guys saying that, bruh? That's so mean, bruh. That's so mean, bruh. Like, goddamn, bruh. That's so mean, bruh.
Really fall flat. So what exactly occurred this time around? Creator Clash 3 is officially canceled. Now, this
As to
was
be expected.
completely expected. Nobody
Yeah.
did not see this coming. I mean, let's be real here. The way that the situation was developing after the whole Ethan Klein content cop, it was inevitable. With all of the negative reputation that the event got after the fact, this was just bound to happen, especially when you take into consideration that so many people after that initial video started dropping like flies from the roster. We had the loss of Lena from H3H3, then we had the loss of Harley from Epic Mealtime, then we had the loss of a couple of other members, people that were largely uncomfortable with the fact that iDubbbz had now turned the event into something more politicized, as well as the fact that some people were just uncomfortable.
It was just that
with
Chris guy.
communication. Freddie Wong, for
But
example.
yeah, in his chat, that Chris guy was like extremely retarded. Because I actually agree with Gamma. Gamma was right. The whole argument was like that Chris guy was saying like, Gamma, why are you sweeping for Anissa and iDubbbz? And it's kind of retarded because one, this event was dead on arrival. This event was dead before it even started. Like, this event was never going to succeed ever. This event was going to get canceled probably without a content cop. Without the content cop, without anything, this event probably would have been canceled. There was no one was hyping this event. No one was like repping the event. People didn't really care to be a part of this event. It was just so bad. We had people in the event that nobody knew and people that were really really hated, not well liked, but well hated, right, in this event. Nobody wanted to watch this shit. This event was never going to succeed at all. Creator Clash 2 was a failure. Why would anybody want to watch Creator Clash 3 when it looks worse than the second one? Right? Like, that's the problem. Now, did Anissa and iDubbbz kind of destroy the event themselves a little bit? They did. They did destroy it a little bit. They did contribute to the death of the event. But I don't think that they are the main reason for why the event is like completely flopped. Are they responsible for the second event failing? Yes. Third event, not really. Third event, you could say the third event is retroactively their fault because they failed the second event and then they thought it'd be a great idea to do a third event. But I still think the people who held the event for this one failed entirely because they handed it down to other people. I feel like you could still kind of keep it together now knowing that, you know, iDubbbz and Anissa are not a part of it. My issue with Gamma is that he always uses the word appropriated. I counted it used like 10 times last stream. That's crazy.
Example was an individual that complained about
Does Gamma have
iDubbbz
Spanish
not being able to
subtitles?
properly
Maybe.
communicate. iDubbbz in his video about concern trolling even made it very clear that he was a horrible communicator.
My main incentive for sharing this information is that I have felt extremely handcuffed by creator.
Oh yeah, Gamma was right. It's just funny to see Chris annoy him
I'm
though.
not an expert communicator,
True.
and I don't know how to convey things.
I was convinced Chris was just doing it for the bit,
Just
to piss him
potentially
off.
put the event at risk and put other people at risk, and that's kind of why I wanted
Did
to
they
step
leave
away
CC
from this
before
event.
or after
It feels
the
like
content
it's
cop?
inhibiting my ability. Like,
Correct me if I'm wrong here, but they quit CC. I think didn't they do it after content? They right after Content Cop. Like they made Content Cop and then they made a video saying we're not doing CC. We're not gonna be the host of the event. If I'm not mistaken, they like quit it, right? Or did they silently quit it before making the Content Cop? I mean, it wouldn't matter because people were convinced that they were running it before Content Cop. And then they announced afterwards. But if I'm not mistaken, they announced after the Content Cop that like, hey, we're failures. We're not going to host it. They should have done it before. Yeah, they should have did it before.
it
definitely made it worse
my
for
ability
them.
to communicate openly and effectively, especially when there's so many people counting on me to.
So what they did after taking shots at people in the past for not knowing how to run an event is that they essentially ran an event to the ground.
Commentary YouTubers have no idea what it is to work a normal job, let alone put on a whole event.
Well, it appears
Well,
in
it
the last
appears
2
you don't
years,
know how to run an event too. They just gave people more reason to dislike it. Yeah, but I think the overarching point is that it was never liked to begin with. This event was never going to succeed from the start. And I think everybody knew that. I think everybody was aware that this event was quite literally just never going to see the light of day. So, hi, Puddle Sucker. Hey. So I feel like it was just kind of like, I think the Content Cup was kind of the cherry on top. There was a part when they were talking about Ethan being responsible, and I don't really someone was saying Ethan was responsible. I don't understand how Ethan was responsible for any of it. Like I said, this event was dead from the start. I don't know what Ethan has anything to do with this.
Of failure.
I don't think Ethan has anything to do with it.
Neither iDubbbz nor Anissa knew how to run an event either. Besides the cathartic amount of satisfaction that we can get from them finally failing.
Can you guys
that
hear
is
this?
not everything that has transpired in the last 24
Can you guys
hours.
hear that?
We have Dad, one of the main fighters, also speaking out against Anissa and iDubbbz in a very spectacular fashion, as well as the recent fallout going on Twitter that we have to get into. So stay tuned.
To make a content cop, he puts the thing out and he screws every single person. He screws Real Good Touring, all the business professionals who are making this event with him.
Yeah.
He screws me. He screws every other boxer.
Yeah.
Everyone was screwed
Hear what? Okay,
from
you didn't hear
Ian's
it.
dumb
Fuck.
video because he couldn't.
Thank you, Dad, for saying what had to be said.
Essentially, to give you the long and short of the Dad, aka Nathan video, as he's known on YouTube, the majority of the video, he's talking about how iDubbbz failed to actually manage this event in a way that would be beneficial to the people that were participating. He himself explains that he was really depending on this event to pay his bills. There are some criticisms to be made on Nathan here about
That's
how
like fucking retarded. Yeah, I'm sorry, that's retarded. You're expecting this event to pay your bills? Come on, dude. Come on, man. Come on, man. Don't do that. Why would you do that? Especially, you need to understand, especially Dad's situation, or Nathan, or whatever his name is. You have to understand that the event is hated by a lot of people. Did you really think you were going to make a lot of money out of this? So, CC failure is 100% on iDubbbz and Anissa because it didn't just start recently. It started in CC2 where they made a charity event, a drama event, when they kicked Froggy Fresh, and they make more drama with the Content Cop. I wouldn't say it's 100% iDubbbz and Anissa. It's also the other people that are involved in planning the event. It was just poorly planned. Like, you have to look into it even more. There was more stuff that happened that made CC2 fail as well. Like, they booked didn't they book at like a big like venue? And it's like, obviously, I don't think iDubbbz is just the only one. I think it was Ego Raptor a part of the team and stuff. There's like a whole team that they were with that just mismanaged the entire thing. They were doing stupid shit with money, and they weren't properly handling any of it. Like, yeah, it's just the team was after. Was it really all Anissa? Was Anissa the only one running the event? Was she the one planning everything? That's fucking retarded, if that's the case.
Oh, him as an adult should be responsible for his finances and probably pursue different forms of income, blah, 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 but that's neither here nor there. Nathan brings up a couple of concerns, such as the event managers not giving him his desired pay, instead giving somebody else their desired pay later along the lines, showcasing a little bit of favoritism. And then there comes this H3 clip that I showed you just now. Okay,
It was actually
so
me that ruined
Nathan
it. Now
says
do it again
that he
too.
puts this H3 Content Cop video out and he screws every single person that was depending on this Creator Clash event to succeed. Now, to be clear, that's probably not entirely the case. There were probably significant levels of mismanagement that took place before that video took place, before that Content Cop was ever conceived. This event was dead on arrival. To specifically blame it on the Content Cop is not necessarily the most fair thing in the world to do. However, that's not to say that iDubbbz is devoid of criticism. That's to say that iDubbbz deserves even more criticism beyond just blaming a simple video for ruining the event. Now, the reason why I say all of that before people start bringing in their comments about how, oh, iDubbbz actually ruined the event with that video, no. I'm trying to paint a much wider picture. If you actually pay attention
It's not.
to...
It is not just the video, but I do think the video plays a big role because here's the thing. Let's just say if they don't make the video, then maybe management actually does a pretty decent job this time and tries to get people to stay in. And this time they actually pick a better venue and maybe raise a decent amount of money and promote it properly this time. And instead of dragging drama into it like they did with CC2, but they failed that, they dragged drama into CC3, then maybe there was a chance that CC3 could have worked. But they had to be very clean. And they instantly failed by making the content cop, which I think, like I said, this event was dead on arrival, and the content cop was just the cherry on top. It was just like the little bit that was like, okay, you just killed it. Like, you know what I mean? It was like okay, you just killed the event. Like it was gonna die probably, but you definitely secured the loss. You secured the end of the event by making that video. But if they keep their hands clean, if they would have just been, respectful, and just if they didn't dive into more drama and more issues, they probably would have been able to maybe revive CC3. Even if you're just making a small profit on CC3, that's better than what CC2 did, right? So you take that and you could have went with that, but they didn't. I mean, Dad won every time he got in the ring, so it's easy money. So I just also assume it's a free payday every time. Yeah, but you shouldn't rely on the event, especially you really shouldn't rely on Creator Clash as your source of income, especially when you can see from the outside that the event is not going to succeed. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, Dad can't feign ignorance or anything, or like he didn't understand, because, it's like, dude, CC2 failed miserably. What makes you think CC3 is going to pay your bills this time? You know what I mean? You really got to plan for stuff like that. You really got to think about stuff like that. Also, banning Sam Hyde from CC1 after paying for tickets and flying out his crew and getting hotels and whatever was a pretty dick move. Yeah. After training what's-his-face? Oh, he trained somebody else first, and then he trained Froggy Fresh. I can't remember who he trained the first time, but he trained somebody first, then Froggy Fresh. But, like, any fans of iDubbbz were also probably majority Ethan fans. That is true.
All of the stuff that's been going on around iDubbbz in the last couple of years, especially with stuff that he's been saying himself and how other people have complained about this event, there have been underlying
Epic
issues
Mealtime.
far more
Yeah, that's who he
important
trained.
than
He trained
just
Harley.
content cop creating a PR nightmare. If you actually are to watch the Dad video, you will notice that Dad was pretty concerned about his pay.
Creator Clash 3 this year didn't pay us the $20,000. They paid us the first 2 years. We were offered $15,000 this year. Then I heard through Harley, LA Beast got the 15 and then additional 7,000. And I was like, what the heck, dude? I just talked on the phone for an hour months ago and got convinced to do this because I was told everyone was getting paid the same thing. Now someone's getting 7,000. I reached out, I was like, can I get that 7,000? Answer was no. Answer was, okay, we can get you a brand deal. That's not happening now. LA Beats makes more than us. He makes out with more money. I'm in 3 of these freaking things. And I'm not blaming LA Beast. He got what he got because he asked for it. Why the heck did I not get it when I asked for it in the very, very beginning before the thing was even announced?
I mean, poor
He
mismanagement.
is concerned about how other people are being paid higher. If you go back to some comments that Harley Morenstein has said in previous podcasts, he himself is also concerned about his pay. Why is it that some people are being paid unevenly and some other people are being paid more? You can tell that a lot of people that were competing in this event were heavily demotivated, and the Content Cop reputational hit only served to demotivate these people even more, thus leading to a bunch of drops. A lot of people will utilize the Content Cop to essentially
just
point
like
and
paying-
laugh at and
Is
give...
it just paying more people because they're more relevant or something? Like, why would they do that? Like, is it just because they're more, like, relevant than others or something? Hi, Nox, your mom? Okay, that was rude. Whatever, dude. That washed up loser. Because he probably wasn't assertive enough. I don't know. I feel like as an event holder, you should probably just pay everybody the exact number you're supposed to do. Why would a Club Shido get paid the same as a known YouTuber? That is true. But I guess if you consider the way I would see it, or I see it here as, I can't speak. The way I see it is that if you've consistently paid everybody the exact amount, I sound tired. I'm not tired. I'm just going through a massive headache right now. I have a huge headache. But the way I kind of see it is more like, if you're gonna keep up a consistency of paying these people a specific amount of money every year for the event, you should probably keep that consistency up instead of randomly out of nowhere now paying other people more than you and other people. Dad makes short films now? Oh, really? Are they good? Not anywhere you work, you will not be paid the same as everyone. That is true. That is true. I can't lie. That is very true. I can kind of see the concern in the sense that, like, if your event has done this consistently where you've paid everybody the exact number every single year, then it's a little weird to randomly out of nowhere stray away from that and pay other people more than you. But I mean, to be fair to what you guys are saying, that is true. That is true. Like what New Edge Hydra said, why would a Glup Shido get paid the same as a known YouTuber? Like this dad guy, it's like, dude, you got to understand, like, they're probably paying these guys more because they're more well known, so they could keep them in the event compared to you, right? Sorry, but you're a smaller guy. Like, yes, you've been in the event 3 different times now, but like, this guy's bigger than you. You got to be able to recognize that.
All their attention how bad that was, but the reality is that these problems are a lot
Baby oil's
larger
good for
than
headaches.
just one simple video. And to clarify, these burdens and these problems were not caused exclusively by Ian and Anissa. Even Nate, even Dad
I think he
himself
wanted to
goes
work
on
for
to
one. Oh, that's
clarify
huge.
that there were a couple of other event managers and organizers that were telling them what was going to go down, the money that they were expected to earn, the money that they were going to be paid. So to say that Ian and Anissa here are specifically the only ones to be blamed for this situation is not...
See, that's what I was saying. That's what I'm saying is, like, if the event holders are telling you specifically, you're making this much, you're going to get this much, and then all of a sudden another guy gets more at a random, I would have a little bit of concern. I'd be a little pissed off myself, right? If they're not, like, outwardly telling you how much each person is making, they're just telling you what, you know, you're gonna make. Or in general, like, if they're being open and honest and saying, hey, we're gonna pay these people a little bit more because they're bigger names. I apologize, but they're bigger names, and we want to keep them around. If they're more open and honest, then I think that makes a lot more sense. Negotiating, essentially. If they actually, like, negotiated with these people about possible pay, then I think it would make a lot more sense than being like, hey, you're all going to get this much, and then secretly sneak in an extra 7K or an extra 5K to another individual. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of retarded.
entirely fair. There needs to be a lot more scrutiny across the board for this stuff. Also, a little bit of a side...
I mean, he also agreed to 15, and LAB's probably said, no, I need more. That's true. Like I just said, negotiating. LAB's probably said, like, no, I would need more than that. That is true.
Hey, tangent, a little bit of another point to make. A lot of people will parade this cell as being like the monumental failure that iDubbbz and Anissa finally got to bite dirt on, but that's not necessarily the case. For those of you who have been paying attention closely and following this story for the last couple of months, you would come to find out that Ian and Anissa have actually made out of this situation entirely unscathed. As far as we know, based on the information available, they didn't take a huge financial burden or loss from the failure of this event. They set up this event to not be very impactful to them, per their own words. So even if this event did fail, the likelihood of them struggling financially from it or taking a huge loss from it is not entirely known, at least not yet. But this is entirely speculatory, so take what I'm saying with a grain of salt.
Okay.
On a funny
Dad
little
rolled
side
over.
note, however,
Well, then he
Anissa
looks like an idiot here.
finally changed her pinned tweet, which was a huge contentious topic for a while as well, to continue to throw shade at Ethan Klein, trying to
Knox, you
utilize...
missed it. We were talking about Nova Online. He was nice and big and fat and rotund. Knox, you missed it. Wait, you found a what? What did you find, Abby? When did Gamma get to look this cool? Whoa. Abby found the really good stuff. Oh my god, that's the good stuff right there. Abby found the really clean. It's such good quality. It's such good YouTube quality. It's the YouTube emotes, but in high definition, dude. It's so fucking awesome. Zach, I need to see. Abby, put him in the Discord. Put him in the general chat. Let Zach look at him. He wants to see him.
An old screenshot of his comment against him, as if people can't change their minds within a year's time. There's really not much to say about a situation like this other than it is really unfortunate that an event like this would fail spectacularly, and that there will be an incredibly negative cloud looming around this situation for months, if not years to come, depending on what they do with this IP. It is incredibly unfortunate the way that they treated all of these individuals, especially Nathan, who has recently come out and said that they were trash talked behind the scenes by Anissa and Ian.
Because I'm upset. It sucks. I put my heart into this. I got freaking beat hard this year, harder than I ever had. And I thought, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna train like a freaking professional. Keep my head down, avoid this drama, and now here I am, screwed.
At this point, I just started getting too worked up, so I'm now just ending.
That just sounds retarded, though. Like I said, listen, it's like I said, I get this, but at the same time, you gotta be like, you're keeping your head down from drama. That's fine, but the event holders themselves, they're deep in poop. They're swimming in poop. Okay, and you gotta realize that they're swimming in poop. Okay, you gotta realize this, Dad. You gotta realize that the event you're in, they're swimming in a pool of shit. All right, and this event is just a big pile of shit. He boarded a sinking ship. Yeah, you got to look at that and realize, like, you're boarding a sinking ship. You could be perfectly fine. You could be perfectly fine not getting involved in any of it. But the reality is like, the event was failing. You should have recognized the event was failing. You didn't, and you stayed on thinking it was going to succeed for some random reason. I don't know why. I don't like, you gotta recognize that, man. You gotta realize that, and you gotta have backup plans, and you gotta like find, because expecting this to pay your bills is not exactly a good idea.
The video when I filmed
especially
this,
when
I
you
just
know you're
sort
on a
of
sinking
spilled my
ship.
guts and got kind of worked up. Then I remembered more things.
Abby's
I wanted
not
to
giving
say,
you
and I
the
tried to
HD.
compose myself a little bit better. So the video's a bit wild. The last thing I want to say is that I always tried to be respectful of
He
them,
swam in India's
publicly
rivers.
and personally when I was talking to them. I've always given them the benefit of the doubt and never really wanted to place blame on them or anyone. And then it turns out they were just talking trash about me behind
It's
my
coming.
back.
I see it.
Ian's
I see
coach
it.
said on H3
Hi,
that they used
Clover.
to say I was weird.
By
and
the way,
talk
hi,
trash
new
about me.
Edge Hydra.
Then I also heard the same thing from Froggy Fresh 2 years ago.
It really goes to show that Ian is a quote-unquote husk of his former self, and that Anissa is just a snake that only serves to ruin everything she touches. Me personally,
True.
I wouldn't go as far as to make a claim as extreme as that, or to make an insult as egregious as that. Other people will. But no matter which way you turn a situation like this, it just doesn't look good, especially when you take a look at her Twitter, especially when you take a look at every single own that she's been trying to grasp for the last couple of months. These people are just pathetic losers that only serve to upset everybody around them.
People into having some sympathy for the fighters and maybe put a positive spin on all this and get people motivated to support the event, I thought I would go on Keemstar's podcast. And Keemstar has an audience who actually watches YouTube boxing. But before I could go on the podcast, Ian saw a thumbnail Keem posted with my face on it saying I was going on his podcast. So Ian calls me and says, we'd rather you not go on his podcast.
Oh my God. Dude, they're so soy. They're so soy. They're so soy. This is why these events fail so hard, because they have such massive grudges against random fucking people. Like, I get it, you don't like Keemstar. I get it, you don't like fucking Sam Hyde. I get it, dude, but like, holy fuck. Your own fucking... The people in your event are just trying to get the event going, hype up the event, and you're trying to make this into like some like... It's just like a little friend group event. Like, that's all it is like, you're just trying to make it into like, oh, it's just me and my bubbies. All the bubbies. Well, let's be honest. Ian and Anissa are not bubbies. They are guppy. They are guppy. They are cubby. They are not bubby. So it's a bunch of guppies. No bubbies allowed. But that's all it is it's like, oh, you're going to go on this guy's podcast that we don't like? I would prefer you don't do that. Oh, you're hanging around this guy that we don't like? I'm going to kick you out of my event. Like, fuck you, dude. This is so retarded. That's why these events don't fucking work. It's so gay.
We don't know what he's going to say. I said to Ian, it doesn't really matter what Keemstar says because he's going to talk trash about the event regardless, whether I go on
That's
the
true,
podcast
Master
or
Mark.
not. If I go on, maybe I could at least combat that and try to sway some people and defend the event and make people kind of feel some sympathy for me
Guppies?
and the other
Guppies,
fighters
exactly,
and possibly
Zach.
turn the tides and get people to come around on this. Ultimately, I told Ian I wouldn't go on the podcast because now I'm thinking I'm rocking the boat. I don't want to make people upset. I don't want to get Ian and Anissa to kick me off Creator Clash because I'm being controversial or I'm stirring the pot and causing problems.
It's also really interesting and really disgusting.
Like, that's so fucking... Oh, my God. It's so retarded. It pisses me the fuck off. God, dude. Oh, my God. Grow a spine. Grow a spine. Nubbies. Grow a spine. Who gives a shit if the people that are fighting in your event are just trying to hype the event, man? Who cares? Like, holy shit, man. If you never had the drama with Froggy Fresh, CC2 might have actually succeeded. But no, God forbid Froggy Fresh trains with Sam Hyde. God forbid. Oh, we hate Sam Hyde. We don't like Sam Hyde. We have to kick you out of the event. Dad, what are you doing? You're getting on Keemstar's podcast to hype the event? We're not really looking for that crowd. What crowd are you looking for? Keemstar's crowd likes watching YouTube boxing. He's going to the right crowd. Like, these people are anti-content. Ian and iDubbbz are anti-content. They are they're anti-anything good. I don't even know what to say. They're like, they want to fail. They want to fail. These people are so retarded. It's so insane. Because she was in charge of CC1 and 2. CC succeeded, and then CC2 was an embarrassment. Is that a 71 Mustang? I don't know. We'd have to watch. We'd have to ask Gamma. Anti-money. Literally anti-money. They just want to lose money. Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense. These
And the thing
people
is,
are
these
so
people
retarded.
Had the audacity to be controlling what any of these people do with their free time, with their attempts to market, or with their attempts to rebuild any sort of positive PR. It's absolutely mind-boggling that these people even believe they have an ounce of privilege to have an input on the actions of other people.
So I went to an H3 live stream and donated $20 and left a
Hi,
comment
Kanga.
to try
I
and
saw
say
Max.
something positive. I also said I was bummed about the Content Cop video and confused on how to move forward. Then the next day, Anissa texts me a screen grab of my donation and she says, "Is this real?"
Clover
And
should box,
Anissa
yeah.
took that as I was supporting her enemy that she has chosen, by the way. Ethan and Atri are not my enemy. So then Anissa makes me feel guilty.
Here we go again. Anissa, hey, Dad, what are you doing talking to H3H3? That's our enemy. All right, you need to be with us. You're either with us or against us. Like, fucking Christ, dude.
And bad, what for what I thought was a nice thing. And she's like, "Oh, I can't believe you would do that. I'm 44 freaking years old. This is childhood, high school garbage. What the heck are you doing?" I was texting Yoda, my friend, about this, and I said, "I think I'm gonna walk. I'm not dealing with her. I can't do this right now." I almost quit when she called me because Harley was out. I was talking to Harley. Harley was talking about his frustrations. I was saying, "Yeah, Anissa just called me." She tells me, "This really hurts us that you would say this." Because in the donation, I said, this is really confusing for all of us. I don't know why they put that video out. It hurts you that I said I'm confused why you're ruining the event? What are you talking about? It hurts you more that
Truth
you put
nuke.
your video
Max
out.
8 Cucumber.
Not me being upset about it. Oh, I burned a building down. Now everyone's complaining, and it really hurts me that everyone's complaining about my fire I caused. What the heck are you talking about?
If there's anything that is
Dude,
absolutely...
He reminds me of, what's his face? Dude, Dad actually reminds me of, God, what is his name? He has like a comedy show or something that was on like, I think it was like on Netflix or something. What the heck are you talking about? Or like the guy like he drives in front of another dude. One of the bits is like he drives in front of another dude and he's like, "Do you know how to drive?" And he's like, "No, I don't. I have never driven in my entire life. I don't know how to drive." I can't remember his name. He literally reminds me of him so much. Yeah, wife, you would know. You would know, wife. Hi, Tyler. Yeah, Detroit. Here, I can look at. Yeah, there we go. There we go. What's his name? Tim Robinson. He reminds me of that guy. Hold on. What chat overlay do I use? My wife would probably know. She could probably answer that question. This is dad, dude. This is unironically dad.
Always do this. Hello? Ah! Ugh.
I can hear the person breathing. Let's find the bit. Oh, man. Can I not find the car bit? Oh, here.
What
maybe.
is your problem, man? Do you know how to fucking drive?
No.
What?
No, I don't know how to fucking drive. I don't know what any of this shit is, and I'm fucking scared.
What are you talking about, you psycho? You don't know how to drive?
Not everybody knows how to do everything. Driving isn't the only thing.
Just move your car!
Okay. I don't know how I can.
Oh my god, just grab the steering wheel.
Fine.
Ow! It hurt?
Yeah, it does. It does hurt, actually. What if you get to where you're going and it's a job interview and I turn out to be the boss?
I'm not going to a job interview!
You could be a year from now. Oh my God. Everybody says, "Oh, that guy seems great." I'm saying, "Hold on, wait a minute." That guy yells.
Move your fucking car!
I can't!
Why not?
I'm good. Thank you.
What?
I'm good, thank you. You don't want to help me, you just want to yell.
What is...
That's dad, dude. That's fucking dad. Riru, why not all YouTube emojis pop up on chat screen? Oh yeah, true, Riru. With the chatter death that's been happening, maybe we should do Chatter Clash. Maybe we should do a Chatter Clash. I like Tim Robinson. I love his show. Dude, I love that show. That show is so good. I love this show. It's so awesome. Paragon versus Toss Bunny. That would be crazy.
Really true about Ian and Anissa is that these people are so self-conscious, so insecure, so pathetic.
Zach
that they
versus
can't
ED. Yeah, can we get a Zach versus ED?
help but to go out of their way to control the emotions of another person, that they can't help but be attacked just for somebody trying to express some sort of empathy to somebody they have deemed their competitor. They have deemed their enemy. And to be clear, just to give a little bit of an impartial opinion, to give a little bit of impartial fairness to Ian and Anissa, Ethan Klein doesn't really reserve the right to expect anything from them, but I do understand why he would be conflicted that they would rather associate and talk shit behind his back to people that Ethan Klein has considered their enemies for a long time. And I definitely do understand this sort of rivalry that they have, but
versus
still,
Slice.
to essentially force somebody to not
Jimbo
have
versus
a
Jimbo.
positive opinion of somebody, given the negative stuff that they've gone through,
Jimbo
is pretty
jousting.
underhanded and gross to do.
True,
Ethan
Jimbo
Klein isn't a
jousting.
saint either. He deserves a lot of criticism. He's done his own fair share of terrible things that absolutely deserve a lot of scrutiny and a lot of attention. But when we're focusing on Ian and Anissa specifically, the type of behavior that they've engaged in and the way that that behavior has affected other people in regards to an
Jim
event like
says.
this definitely deserves its own conversation. But anyways, that's all I have for today.
Okay, Gamma. Shut the fuck up. Okay, I did see this. What is this?
Ethan Klein did it? Okay. I'm not trying to be controversial here. But
Ethan Klein did it? No, he didn't. Is there actually a solid argument for how Ethan Klein is the reason why this event got canceled? Is there like any argument that could be made?
Do you think iDubbbz posting the content cop was one of the dumbest moves ever? Straight up. That was
Ludwig's
crazy.
gonna walk this back. He probably will, yeah.
I think it was not considerate of how many other people would be dragged into the situation who don't give a fuck and just want to fight. You know, make that video when Creator Clash isn't
God,
happening.
I hate
would
these
say.
chats, bro.
That makes no sense to me. It did not help the event whatsoever. It hurt the event.
I mean, he's right. It did hurt the event. Ludwig blames iDubbbz for not anticipating that Ethan Klein, rather than simply addressing the criticism made in the content cup, was naturally going to instead do everything in his power to sabotage a charity event. What is this account? What? I'm so sick of these I'm so sick and tired of people reinforcing this manufactured illusion that these wealthy Zionist abusers are some sort of uncontrollable force of nature devoid of all personal agency and completely immune from consequences. They need to be destroyed, not pandered to. Yeah, Ludwig just needs to get blacked. I think that's the case. I think we just need to, we just need to black him, yeah.
I almost quit when she called me because Harley was out. I was talking to Harley. Harley was talking about his frustrations. I'm 44 freaking years old. This is high school garbage. Well, this is a video I didn't.
Ludwig is so soy. Dude, Ludwig, I hate Ludwig so much. I hate Ludwig so much, man. I used to genuinely like him. I thought he was fun to watch back in the day. Then he just got retarded. He just became a retard even. What happened to Ludwig just like streaming and like gaming and having fun? Can we black this guy? Can we ape this guy? Can we do that, please? Sorry, no, Marcus, be calm, be nice. Don't say that. Can we just ride bikes? Let's just ride bikes really quick. We should probably ride bikes. I think that'd be a good idea. Ace of spades on that man's ass.
Didn't want to make. But here we are. You didn't know Creator Clash 3 is canceled.
It's canceled.
It's completely over. It's done. It's not happening. But I was hoping and trying and praying it would work out and things would be fine and I'd be able to box for my third time. I'd have a trilogy in Creator Clash and I'd have 3 first round wins. That was my goal and that was my plan. I started training last November and now here in July, I'm finally on pause with training because Creator Clash 3 is completely done. And even though Creator Clash 3 isn't happening, there still is going to be an effort to raise some money for the charity for Stand Up to Cancer. Aaron from Real Good, from Game Grumps, wants to try to still push people and do some fun things to raise money for charity, and that I would like to do my 24-hour dance stream. I mentioned it before.
24-hour dance
stream.
event.
I was going to dance for
I'm going to check that one out for sure.
As I'm dancing, we're doing different things to raise money. Please stay tuned for that. Keep your eyes peeled. The good news is you will be able to see me fight at some point. I have been talking to Misfits Boxing. It will happen some point this year. I'm guessing around the fall. So,
at least he okay. Well, at least he's like still talking to other event holders so that he could still, you know, do his boxing stuff and make his money. So I guess he's doing that.
Now, to begin, I'm really bummed that the event
not
isn't
Aaron,
happening.
you, Romeo. You seem to not like Ego
Raptor. This
Raptor.
video, when for so long I tried very hard to not be negative and not jump in on all the negative talk going on surrounding the event. I tried to be a very positive person publicly and promote the event and ignore all the stuff that was going on. But now it's not happening anymore. So it doesn't matter. And I'm just going to say everything I've been thinking. I don't like talking about the money and the payments and complaining about that. But Creator Clash 2 and 3 have genuinely put me into a bad spot financially. The first 2 years at Creator Clash we got $20,000. Every fighter gets $20,000 to cover your coach, protein, food, gym memberships, training. The first year, I saved a lot of money.
So the 20,000 is for, they give you 20,000 for the coach and all that stuff. So it's mostly being spent, I'd imagine. Aaron became soy and gay. His wife also scammed people. Wait, actually? Who is Ego Raptor married to again? She used to be on the Yeah, she used to be on the thing, right? Forgot her name though. God damn it, I forgot her name. Susie. Yeah, Susie. I remember her. You know, she kind of looks a little retarded. Oh, it's okay though. That was okay. Marcus, that was so mean. Don't say that. Marcus, that was so mean. Don't say that. Retract your statement. Look up the Susie scam. Aaron sucks. He looks unrecognizable from the CC announcement video. Really? Let's see. What is her name? Her name's not Susie. It's like... God damn it, dude. I don't know what her fucking name is, man. I'm so fucking pissed. Fuck! Fuck. I'll just look up Susie scam, I guess, and see if it brings me here. No, it did not. No, it just brought me to Susie Lou. Fuck! Fuck! Okay. I forgot what her name is. I think it's Mortimer? Okay. I'm not finding anything. I did spell it wrong. Here, let me see. Susie says the N-word.
I think of the most racist thing I've ever done. There's got to be something. Okay. We were.
You dropped someone off who was black. You had to say like nigger like 30 times.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa! Whoa! Based? Based? She also unironically has FAS? Fetal alcohol syndrome. Fuck, why do I forget what FAS is all the time? That's why she looks like that. Okay, well now I feel bad. I feel bad. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said... I feel bad.
The way I trained. Year 2 comes around. I'm now living back in LA. I wanted to work with my coach who is still in Portland. So in order to do that, so I got like an Airbnb for a couple of months.
And soy.
So anyway, I spent all the $20,000 on promo, food, gym, training, and then I get back to LA after Creator Clash and I have nothing because I was expecting a bonus. The reason I spent all $20,000 that year was because this person tells me it's going to be bigger and better, which it looked like it was shaping up to be.
I wouldn't
for a
do that.
moment to give an edit.
See, that's the problem, though. That's the fat and soy disease, yes. See, this is my issue with the whole money thing, is he's self-admitting that he spent all the money instead of saving some of it, which I think is just like an overall bad idea, right? Like, even if you think the event is a huge success and that the next one is going to be even better, you should probably prepare. It's just better to be more prepared. You chose to spend your money and blow it, right? So that's kind of on you. Like, that's on you.
Editors know I might do this a few times throughout the video as I'm going through it just to clarify and people understand exactly what I'm saying. When I say this person I'm talking to, I'm purposely not saying the name of the person. It's not Ian or Anissa. It's people who work for the event, for the promotion company, the PR company, or Real Good Touring. So
Jack, can
there's
you
a
hear
lot
me
of people
touching
we're
the mic?
talking to. At this point, I'm talking about someone who works for the event that I don't want to publicly expose.
And then I'll just take that $30,000 or $40,000 bonus. It'll be amazing. I'll get an actual paycheck.
One more pause real quick. When I say $30,000 or $40,000 here regarding what I could potentially earn for the bonus for Creator Clash 2, that was purely speculation on my point. Since I earned $27,000 at Creator Clash 1, it's a bigger event. I'm thinking, okay, I'll earn possibly $40,000. So no one ever said that number to me. I'm just speculating.
Okay, well then see, that's my issue. That's where, like, you're just speculating what you might make. You should probably, prepare yourself, because you never know, the event might not actually hit, which it didn't. And especially during the Froggy Fresh drama, you should have been thinking about that. I mean, this is stuff that you got to be thinking about. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, listen, I feel bad for Dad here. I do. But I don't know. It's just like, this is all stuff you need to prep for. You can't just like blow your money.
Since it would be more possibly and probably than $27,000 from year
And then
one.
speculate on
When
what
we
you're
get
going to make
back
next.
from Florida after Critical Clash 2, we were at Marisha Ray's house, and she was having a party, and there is where Anissa told me, hey, there's no bonus. We didn't get any money from the pay-per-view. People like pirated it. There was people in Discords with 30,000 people watching it for free. So there was no money left over for the fighters to have a bonus. And it's kind of like, I feel like Clark Griswold in a way, where like I'm banking on that Christmas bonus and then I don't get it.
The one thing I'll point out is making the event a charity event was the dumbest thing they could have done. It is stupid that they chose to make this into a charity thing. Because the amount of money that needs to go into paying for the boxers, the amount of money that goes into paying for like hosting the event. Does this guy have any money? I'd imagine he does. I mean, he has like 400k subs on YouTube, and I'd imagine Master Mark said he makes like short films, so I'd imagine he makes something. He does have some money. He just kind of probably paused a lot of like creation for these events, so it meant less money in his pocket. But I mean, turning boxing events into charity events is just it might be one of the dumbest things you can do. Like, you probably shouldn't do that. Because there's so much money that goes into it. Like, you have to pay for the trainers for every event. Maybe he doesn't pay his taxes. True, maybe he doesn't. But yeah, there's so much money that goes into it that at the end of the day, like, expecting to make a massive profit and then putting most of that profit towards a charity event, then paying these guys afterwards, like this is an example. Like, going up to all the boxers and saying, nope, you don't actually get a bonus. It's like, well, yeah, because some of that money was supposed to go to charity. If there was no money going into this charity, then they would have made their money, and I don't think there would have been much of an issue. Trying to understand why he cares about this bonus. Me too.
Over clarifying things with all these notes, but I do want to say I wouldn't be able to do this event if there wasn't some type of a bonus pay. I unfortunately am not in a situation like some of the other creators.
Oh, so he doesn't have a lot of money.
That can just volunteer their time and put in all these hours boxing and still be able to pay their bills. I had to take this as a job because I need to earn money. I needed Creator Clash every single time to pay my rent. That's just a fact. I don't really want to admit that, but it's true. I wish I was in a position where I could have done this for free and I wouldn't have these complaints. So the reason I even took Creator Clash 1 was because I was getting $20,000 and I knew I could keep some of it.
So this year, year 3...
But he admitted that he didn't, though. Well, the whole point of Creator Clash is supposed to be settle beef, so none of the people involved should have gotten any money. That's fair. The funniest part about it being that it was supposed to settle beef, the funniest part about that is that all they did was create more beef. They just created more. Yeah, it was started as an event for Rice Gum and Ian to settle their issues. 20K for a few months isn't bad. Well, the 20K was given to them so they could pay for trainers and food and all this stuff. So probably scrap a couple thousand out of there because, trainers cost a lot. I'm trying to think, you know, like, and apparently he said he spent it. He said he spent the 20,000 because he thought he was going to be making more for the next event, which I think is a little silly. I think that's a little dumb. You should probably not do that. Probably not do that. It's a bad idea.
Get on the phone and I talked for an hour. And I was like, I really don't know if I want to do this. What I was told by this person, yes, you're probably going to make a check this time. A ton of people are going to watch it. The mistakes were learned from year 2. Well, now look at where we are. It was...
Holy shit, look at all those high quality emotes in the Discord server. And we even got rape at high quality. HD rape. High quality rape. High definition rape. Yeah, high definition rape. High definition cat in a box. High definition angry. I mean, this is just beautiful. Oh, it's so beautiful. Brother, you don't need 20K for training poor people box all the time professionally. Yeah, but that's what they were giving. They gave them 20K for like trainers and all this stuff, which yes, poor people box all the time, Master Mark, but like none of these people have ever boxed in their entire life. And if you want like a proper event where people are actually putting in effort, you probably should get an actual trainer. You should probably get somebody who's going to teach you how to actually box, not like try to go in blind and not know what you're doing. Because they're going to put you on like a meal plan. They're going to put you on like you have to do a lot of training and a lot of work. So it is smart to get a trainer. You should get a trainer. Featuring in a charity event is a survival job.
It's even worse than year 2. And now I don't know if it's from the boxing, but it happened one night when I had a very...
Also, I know, pause Andy, but I want to point out that if this is your source of income, that's a bad thing because it's boxing. You could get seriously hurt. I know it's creators and it's not like actual boxers, but like let's say you in an event get like hit in a place that you're not supposed to get hit, or something happens, you break something or something gets harmed, then now you have medical bills to pay for. On top of that, like you really need to plan for this stuff. You should probably not make this your source of income at all. This should not be where you think your source of income should come from. You should only be doing Creator Clash unless you could, like, you know you're going to be able to afford it. Which, to be fair, Dad actually won his events, and he's actually not bad. He's not bad.
Very hard sparring session.
But
When I
still.
turn my head now, I see bright flashes on the side and left of my head. I'm seeing them right now. It happens all the time. It happens all the time, and I never had that happen. And then that night, it started happening. And it was after 2 weeks in a row of hard sparring. And that was the hardest sparring I'd ever had. Didn't take me down, though. And then he had to take a knee. And he is a 27-year-old amateur boxer. Just saying. Well, what the heck does it matter? Because I just did it all. And now I'm seeing flashing and my knees kill. And I don't get anything for it. And there's no fight happening. One time during training not too long ago, my whole arm went numb again when I got hit by a shot. Now, that being said, this is boxing and I did sign up for it voluntarily. I'm aware of what happens in boxing. I'm aware you get injuries and I'm okay with that and I'm willing to accept them. It's just really disappointing and a bummer because now I don't get to even fight in the event or make a little bit of extra cash to help pay rent. Creator Clash 3 this year didn't pay us the $20,000. They paid us the first 2 years. We were offered $15,000 this year. Then I heard through Harley, LA Beast got the 15 and then additional 7,000. And I was like, what the heck, dude? I just talked on the phone for an hour months ago and got convinced to do this because I was told everyone was getting paid the same thing. Now someone's getting 7,000. I reached out, I was like, can I get that 7,000? Answer was no. Answer was, okay, we can get you.
See, that's where I kind of think it's like, I understand his frustration because if they're telling them that they're all getting paid 15K, like if he's thinking like, if he's being told like, oh, everyone's getting paid 15K, everybody's getting this exact number, then the idea of negotiation doesn't really seem like something you need to do, if that makes sense. But at the same time, I do think like, well, LA Beast negotiated, got a little extra. Maybe you should have done that too. But again, when they're telling everybody like, hey, you're all going to make 15K and everybody's like, yep, we're on board, then you don't really feel the need to negotiate because everybody's on board with that. And everybody's like, okay, that's fine. It's whatever.
A brand deal.
Oh, I saw
That's not
that,
happening
Mark. I
now.
saw it.
LA Beats makes more than us. He makes out with more money. I'm in
I
three
saw
of
that.
these
Oh,
freaking
I'm going to check
things,
that out.
And I'm not blaming LA Beats.
Aiden almost killed somebody. Hold on. Is this Aiden related? Breaking news. Not even a month after meeting Bobby, it seems Otter. Yes, the gaming Otter has attempted to take his life. Was the sex that bad? Did Bobby smell? Are exiled Aiden Dickers responsible for this due to their aggressive coverage over him? We need answers ASAP.
You guys got what you wanted. Hey! I will! Stop!
Don't fucking fight him! I swear to God!
Hey, just focus. Stop! Stop! Focus on the right hand. Stop! Focus on the right hand.
What the fuck?
Focus on the right
The
hand.
doggo!
Salungguhits Team Happy. Salungguhits Team Happy.
Salungguhits
Team
Team
Happy.
Happy. Come on.
Salungguhits Team Happy. Salungguhits Team Happy.
It's TOS? This isn't TOS. Is this TOS? Is it? I'm so confused. It is? Oh, okay. Mark! He tried to kill himself on stream? Yeah, but the video itself is not him, like, taking a dive. It's just him walking across the thing, and then the police tackle him. I don't think that's TOS, but... Events leading up to Suicide or TOS? Okay, events leading up to Suicide or TOS. Okay, well then I'm not... Yeah, that's not even getting put in... Cop aside? Cop aside. He was about to. No, yeah, no. No, yeah, I know that. Police got there in time. That's crazy. That is crazy, dude. Holy shit. That's a little bleak. That's a little bleak. But I mean, that Otter guy, isn't he like insane? Isn't that Otter guy like fucking... He's insane, right? Like he's an insane person. Who's like... He's like a tipster stalker. He was just recently feeding Boblax. Why would Aiden do this? So is Aiden evil now? No, I don't think so. I think this guy is probably just not well mentally. He seems very unwell. All right, he seems extremely unwell. He probably needs to get like help or put into some sort of hospital or something. Likely on meth. Possibly, maybe. And Dickers? Yeah, I guess Dickers and Aiden are
because he
evil.
asked for it. Why the heck did I not get it when I asked for it in the very, very beginning before the thing?
I do feel bad though if like he was actually making an attempt on his own life. I mean, it's like, dude, this guy clearly needs like some sort of like help. Like Jesus Christ. Isn't he like homeless? He's like homeless. Yes, I made the dog. No, yeah, that's right. Romeo made the dog. Yeah, this guy definitely needs like some serious help. Although he is like pretty fucking evil and bad. But like, yeah, I definitely don't want this guy to like fucking end his own life.
Thing was even announced.
I don't know.
Then I go camping. People on the internet were talking about this camping trip. The trip was set up by my coach as something he wanted to do in his life. He likes camping. And he thought, hey, you and Ren from Corridor and I trained together. Ian's like, hey, I want to come. Ian came down from Seattle. He joined us. Odd Ones Out was there. Alex Ernst was there. Steven, another YouTube boxer, she was there. It was a bunch of us. On this camping trip is where Ian tells me, hey, I'm doing another content cop. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And he goes, yeah, it's on Ethan. And I was like, Ethan Klein? And he said, yeah, it's on Ethan Klein. And I thought, oh no, why would you do that? The reason I was so concerned by this, Ethan and I had a very big misunderstanding for Critical 2 with our promotion for the fight. I'm not going to tell.
He has a Tails plushie. He wasn't going to end his life. You don't know that, Mark. You don't know that, Mark. You can't say that. You can't say that, Mark. You don't know that.
I've told it in the past, but
Never
like,
kill yourself.
everything's fine.
True.
With Ethan and I.
True, Jimbo.
It's all
Never
done.
do that.
We've talked and we've messaged and we're all good. So when Ethan and I made up, I was so relieved. This like huge weight came off my shoulders. I was like, okay, I'm not at odds with somebody. Then Ian tells me before Creator Clash 3 is about to happen, oh, I'm putting out a hit piece on Ethan Klein. And I'm thinking, oh my God, dude, why are you doing this? Why are you trying to cause trouble? Because now I'm thinking, this is gonna ruin Creator Clash 3 and I'm gonna get screwed again. Yes, I can tell him I'm concerned. I truly thought it was a work. It was like a WWE promo thing where like they were gonna have a fake feud. They're gonna make up right before Creator Clash 3. Genius promotion. I watch a lot of wrestling though, so I probably was thinking incorrectly because that wasn't the case at all. It was a real beef. I don't keep my ear to the ground when it comes to YouTube drama. I don't know what's going on. I don't know who's mad at who, and I don't care and I don't want to know.
But you should. If you're going to be a part of this boxing event, and if you're going to... Listen, if you're going to be part of these events, you should probably keep an eye out at least. You should probably listen in, try to focus on these things, because like I said, like, this event failed. This event is, it's failing. You should have known this from the start. You should have known this third event was never going to work. But I mean, the fact that you're, not paying attention, even though, you probably saw the signs from the second event, you probably should have paid a little bit more attention to this one so you could probably avoid being put into a financial situation that isn't good. Like, you can't like ignore this stuff. You have to be able to, you should be paying attention. That's all I'm saying. So you can avoid being put
I wish it was
in a
back
bad
in the
financial
2010
situation.
days and everyone was doing sketches and stupid characters and we lived in simpler times watching someone talk about a Game Boy Advance game.
There
will
were
say,
pedophiles
if you're new here,
back
please
then, though,
subscribe
Dad.
and check out my new talk show that's filmed here in this television studio. Top of the line production quality going on in here. And I love doing it. And you can be an audience member. You can call in and you can talk to me and be on the show. So Ian and I are walking around getting firewood and he's like, yeah, Ethan said a bunch of stuff about me and Anissa and I need to respond to him, so I'm going to make a content cop. He puts the thing out and he screws every single person. He screws Real Good Touring, all the business professionals who are making this event with him. He screws me. He screws every other boxer. Everyone was screwed from Ian's dumb video because he couldn't wait 2 months. And here's the thing, I'm not going to tell someone what to make. Even though I don't like drama and negative content, it's not my place to do that. So I chose not to do that. At some point after the Content Cop video, my friend Yoda talks to me and says, all this crazy stuff's going on with Ethan from H3, Child Services is being called on.
Yeah, listen, dude, I feel bad for the guy, but I mean, he's being stupid. I know you don't like negative content or whatever, but I hate this idea of people that are like, oh, I hate negative. I hate negativity. I hate negativity. It's like, dude, you gotta pay attention. Like, you kind of do. Especially when it's boxing, right? Like, literally boxing in itself entails drama. Literally most events that are held, like, both boxers usually stir up some pot, They stir the pot up between each other so they can make the event more exciting. They don't give each other pats on the back and handshakes. They, like, argue with each other, fight with each other to, like, hype up the event. Well, it's like when you don't like watching politics. Yeah, but I watch them and I pay a little bit of attention to them anyways. I don't enjoy politics, but in my field and what I do, I have to watch a little bit of it. And I pay a little close attention to it, right? But, like, for his own financial sake is what I'm saying. Like, covering politics does not, it doesn't benefit my financial state. It's not, like, covering politics is not going to, change anything about my financial situation, right? Like, what I'm doing now has been fine for me. But he's in a situation where it's like, I'm doing these events, and I'm not paying attention to the drama surrounding it. I'm just going to keep my head down and do the event. But, like, if you don't pay attention, you're probably going to screw yourself in the end because you're not paying attention to the fact that these events are failing because of the dramas. You at least need to dip your toes in it a little bit. Not talk about it. You don't have to talk about it, but look into it a little bit and be like, is this really a smart decision for me? Should I really continue to keep doing this? Especially when my financial situation revolves around this event. Like, you kind of need to look into it, especially in the sense that some people just don't like drama. I mean, yeah, he doesn't have to like it. I'm not saying he has to like it. I'm saying he has to probably pay attention so he can avoid being put in a bad financial situation. He doesn't have to like the drama. He just has to be able to look into it and be like, this is probably a bad idea. I probably shouldn't put all my money on this event so I can, live properly. Get a degree in political science, the Marcus. You will make millions. True. Ethan Klein and Nicholas DiOrio killed Creator Clash 3.
He's getting human skulls mailed to his house. I didn't know what any of that was about, but I felt bad for him because it sounded insane. So I went to an H3 live stream and donated $20 and left a comment to try and say something positive. I also said I was bummed about the Content Cop video and confused on how to move forward.
Now, I'd like to clarify why I did this. I could have just DM'd Ethan on Instagram to say, hey, I hope you're doing well. But I hadn't talked to him in like a year, and I didn't know if he was going to respond to me. Also, I really wanted to publicly say, hey, this video is kind of weird in a simple way. When I said we're all kind of confused by this, I was sharing the sentiment of a few fighters that were genuinely confused as to why Ian and Anissa made this video when we all have an event coming out. So all the fighters had been very quiet and were afraid to talk about
And then this
things.
is what Ian and Anissa got pissed off at. Yeah, that's fucking retarded, dude. He's just being like a nice guy. He's just trying to be like a nice dude.
So I thought if I made this donation, I could say in a
Oh,
sort
he's
of
my
friendly
enemy.
way-
I hate him. I hate him. I hate him so much. You hate him that much that you get pissed when one of your fucking event, one of the people in your event, one of your boxers is just trying to be like, hey, hope you guys are doing all right. I'm a little confused by the Content Cop as well. I'm a little confused by all this. Like, he's just trying to be a nice guy. He's trying to be like a nice dude.
Hey, yeah, we kind of think this is
Okay,
weird.
dude.
Hopefully
This is
it all
evil.
blows over. I wasn't trying to insult Ian or Anissa, but I was just addressing the obvious that, yes, this is awkward now. I'm sorry. And I felt that was not an unfair thing to do.
Then the next day, Anissa texts me a screen grab of my donation and she says, is this real? Anissa took
This is a really dumb thing to do. Message first, then see if he responds or not. That is true. I do agree that Nathan here, Dad, should have probably tried to DM them first. But here's what I will say. Who gives a shit if he donated? Right? Who gives a shit? This is still, at the end of the day, Ian and Anissa's problem, because instead of making this event, inclusive, you're clearly, expecting and forcing boxers to abide by, only communicate and abide by what you want, not what they want. They're not, essentially what I'm saying here is like, Dad here can do whatever the fuck he wants. If he wants to donate to Ethan and Anissa and say like, I'm sorry that this is happening, then he should be able to do so without any repercussions with the event. He should be able to do that without Ian and Anissa flipping their lid and getting pissed off because he's choosing to be a nice guy to somebody. Should he have done that? No. He should probably have messaged them privately first, so this doesn't get turned into something. But I still think it is a little silly that Ian and Anissa are still doing this. Oh, you're talking and communicating with this person? Oh, why are you donating money to this person that we don't like? That seems a bit silly.
I was supporting her enemy that she has chosen, by the way. Ethan and H3 are not my enemy. So then Anissa makes me feel guilty and bad for what I thought was a nice thing. And she's like, oh, I can't believe you would do that. I'm 44 freaking years old. This is childhood, high school garbage. What the heck are you doing? I was texting Yoda, my friend, about this, and I said, I think I'm gonna walk. I'm not dealing with her. I can't do this right now. I almost quit.
Like, yeah, I mean, he is right. Like, she's treating it like it's like a high school, like, beef. Like, oh, my friend was mean to me, so I'm not gonna talk to her anymore. You know what I mean? But then your friend next to you is like, oh, I'm still going to talk to them. And you get pissed at them because they're like, oh, what do you mean you're going to keep talking to them? It's like, well, that I don't have beef with them. You do. Like, that seems like a little silly. That seems like a little silly. Like I do agree he should have taken this privately instead of donating because it stirs the pot a little bit more. But, I mean, overall, they already made the Creator Clash. They already made the Content Cop, so they already stirred the pot as much as they physically could. I don't think anything else past that point could have changed anything.
When she called me, because Harley was out, I was talking to Harley. Harley was talking about his frustrations. I was saying, yeah, Anissa just called me. She tells me, this really hurts us that you would say this. Because in the donation, I said, this is really confusing for all of us. I don't know why they put that video out. It hurts you that I said I'm confused why you're ruining the event? What are you talking about? It hurts you more that you put...
My budgie is being so silly with me right now. What is budgie? Buddy? My buddy? I need to AFK for like 10 minutes to figure out his tricks. He's giggling and tweeting right now. It's so cringe. What the fuck, Tadongo? What? You're so mysterious, dude.
Your video out, not me being upset about it. Oh, I burned a building down. Now everyone's complaining, and it really hurts me that everyone's complaining about my fire I caused. What the heck are you talking about? She acted surprised that I made that comment on the H3 stream.
I like
When
burbs.
she said,
Oh,
but
burb?
Ian told you he
It's a
was
bird?
making that video on the camping trip. But just because he told me he was making
Budgie's
a
a
dumb
bird, Marcus?
video
Wait, what?
doesn't mean I should just automatically be
Oh.
okay with it because I heard about it beforehand. I can still think it's a dumb idea to put out when you're simultaneously putting on an event that's supposed to be non-political and not tied to any drama. Now at this point online, all anyone is talking about is how Creator Clash is failing and it's a disaster. So I thought in order to
You know what's
combat
crazy?
some of this
You know what's crazy is it's either they needed to keep their toes out of the drama, or I actually think this would have made a lot more sense. If you're gonna make this into a drama thing, you gotta lean into the drama. Because, like I said before, a lot of boxing events very much have a lot of drama. So leaning into the drama would have actually made a lot of sense. As in, like, oh, we're beefing with this person. Let's get somebody from their crew to box someone from our crew. Settle the beef or something. You know what I mean? Like, let's settle the beef kind of thing. Let's do that. Like, leaning into something like that would have made the event a way more exciting event because people would have loved that. But instead, they're kicking people out and they're forcing people out who are their enemies. So it's like you're making it into an event that you say you don't want to be a drama event, but you're making drama about the event. It just doesn't make sense. Or you're stirring the pot with other individuals that's killing the event. Ethan should box Ian. Like, unironically. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, people would have fucking loved that. People would have loved that. If this got just turned into like a, Ethan, I challenge you to a boxing match, right? Then that would have been awesome. Or like, no, Ethan should box Hassan. Well, okay, Ethan get his shit rocked. All right, Master Mark. Hassan is huge. Hassan is huge. But like, would that not have been like, yeah, that would have been entertaining for people. Like, people would have been like, whoa, holy shit. Content Cop turned into a boxing match? Oh, we're going to tune in. We have to tune in. Like, people would have fucking loved that. We need to get Fuentes in the ring. Yeah, but they never do people like that because they're controversial. They're evil. It's like, fuck, who cares? People just want to watch you guys hit each other. That's how you make the money. That's how you make the money for charity. I hate these people who are just like, oh, I can't associate with these people because they're evil. They're evil. They're my enemy. They're my enemy. They're Zionists. I can't associate with these people. And it's not even like Zionists. It's just like people who just disagree with each other on like a few like political things. It's fucking retarded.
And maybe try to sway some people into having some sympathy for the fighters and maybe put a positive spin on all this and get people motivated to support the event. I thought I would go on Keemstar's podcast. And Keemstar has an audience who actually watches YouTube boxing. But before I could go on the podcast, Ian saw a thumbnail Keem posted with my face on it saying I was going on his podcast. So Ian calls me and says, we'd rather you not go on his podcast because we don't know what he's going to say. I said to Ian, it doesn't really matter what Keemstar says because he's going to talk trash about the event regardless.
Yeah, he's
whether
going to talk
I go
about
on the
bad about it
podcast or
regardless.
not. If I go on, maybe I could at least combat that and try to sway some people and defend the event and make people kind of feel some sympathy for me and the other fighters and possibly turn the tides and get people to come around on this. Ultimately,
Or stir the pot. Or stir the pot. Better way to do it is stir the pot. Like I said, fucking boxing is drama. Like everything about boxing is drama. You stir the pot and you keep stirring it, you create drama. People are going to be like, holy shit, I'm going to watch this. They're going to be like, I want to watch this. I want to watch this shit. Why else do you think Keemstar has his own fucking boxing thing that's more successful? Because he is drama. He literally is drama. Dad versus Keemstar, that would have gone hard. Like, people eat that shit up, especially people surrounding like Keemstar and all those individuals, like shit talkers and all these people, like they eat that shit up. They'll eat it up. Stirring the pot is how you fucking create more publicity for this stuff. It's not about being like a bunch of positive, listen, I'm sorry, but it's not about being like a bunch of positive retards jerking each other off and being like kind and nice to everybody. That's not what boxing is. That's like not what boxing is at all. Like people watch boxing because these two guys are about to get in the ring after fucking yelling at each other, saying they're going to kick each other's teeth in. And then they go in and then they beat the living shit out of each other. And then everybody's like, yeah, yeah. That's what boxing is. That's what it is. Like,
Ian,
fuck,
I
dude.
wouldn't go on the podcast because now I'm thinking I'm rocking the boat. I don't want to make people upset. I don't want to get Ian and Anissa to kick me off Creator Clash because I'm being controversial or I'm stirring the pot and causing problems. I really didn't want to get kicked off. And I also didn't want
Keemstar got that
Anissa
crazy
to
feat.
call
Yeah,
me
true. I
and
don't
get
know.
after
Keemstar
me
might
again
win.
for doing something that she didn't like. I thought this was too risky for me and I was jeopardizing my own stance in position in this event. So I said, fine, I won't go on the podcast. But the whole time I'm thinking, I really do want to do this. I want to go on there and talk to Keemstar and try to promote the event and face all
Keemstar
this
fast as fuck,
criticism
boy.
and try to
True.
do some damage control because no one was doing that. But I did also get injured that day in sparring. My arm went numb, which is a thing that happens sometimes when I got hit. So I had to go to the doctor. So it was probably for the best that I went and got that checked out. But I did say to Keemstar, I would like to come on the show later and talk about this because it was something I wanted to do because nobody else was doing any damage control for this event. Now, every fighter in Creator Clash 3 was offered $15,000 to cover their fight training, except for LA Beast, who I guess got $7,000 additional because he said his training cost more than that. I don't know if anyone else got additional money. As far as I've been told by the event, he was the only one. Regardless, when the event got postponed, they offered everyone an additional $10,000 as an extension to extend your training until October. A lot of people couldn't do the event now because it was getting extended. Myth dropped out, LA Beast dropped out, Freddie Wong dropped out. I didn't drop out. I thought about it. I thought, is this worth doing?
No.
And then ultimately,
See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Especially if this is your source of income. If you're expecting this to be your source of income, dude, you can't like stay in. You got to cut your losses and just say, all right, I'm taking my 15K and I'm getting out of here and I'm going to go do my own thing, man. You need to understand and look into it a little bit and realize this event is not going to succeed. This event is going to fail. Like, you gotta be, especially after the second event failed, you have to be able to recognize, like, okay, this event's not working. This is my only source of income. This is a bad idea. I can't keep holding out. I can't keep waiting. I need to get out of here and make money elsewhere, is what you need to do. Someone get Anissa in the ring. We need a female round. True, true.
I thought, I really want to box. I've been training for so long. I don't want to stop this, and I want the event to happen, and I really want to get in that ring a third time. Also, that $10,000 will help me out. In addition to that $10,000 extension dollars, I was going to get now a cut of Ian and Anissa's 34% that they were going to get paid. But since they've dropped out, all that money will go to the fighters. I'm thinking this is great. And on top of that, I would also potentially get a bonus check after the event sells out. They'll split up extra money with all the fighters. So I'd get 3 types of payment. I'll get that $10,000 extension and then the 2 bonus checks, we'll call them. But now that the event has been canceled, I'm not getting that extra money. I'm not getting that $10,000, even though I did some of the extra training, because the event's canceled now and it's just over and there's just no more money. And it's really messing me up. And it's really hard for me to be okay with this.
Okay. Now hearing that, I feel a little bit bad because yeah, when you get told you're gonna get an extra 10K, then 2 extra bonuses because of Ian and Anissa exiting, I can see why this guy was like, I'll stick through so I can make this extra money because this is a lot of money that I can make. Okay. Anissa got the special ed haircut. She did. It looks awesome on her. She looks great. Yeah, I can understand why. There's a lot of incentive to want to stay, and so he stays and sticks around. But still, I do think he should have probably done a little bit more research, looked into it, and kind of maybe realized that he shouldn't have stuck in. But I can understand the frustration. I can
That's
understand
why I'm
it.
making this stupid video, because I'm upset. It sucks. I put my heart into this. I got
smoked wings and brisket, Marcus. You always get these smoked wings, man, and I really want smoked wings, man. You keep saying that. I really want smoked wings.
Keep my head down, avoid this drama, and now here I am, screwed.
At this point, I just started getting too worked up, so I'm now just ending the video. When I filmed this, I just sort of spilled my guts and got kind of worked up. Then I remembered more things I wanted to say, and I tried to compose myself a little bit better, so the video's a bit wild. The last thing I want to say is that I always tried to be respectful of them, publicly
Just wiping
and
his
personally,
tears with $100
when I was talking to
bills.
them. I've always
I am
given them
not.
the benefit of the doubt and never really wanted to place blame on them or anyone. And then it turns out they were just talking trash about me behind my back. Ian's coach said on H3 that they used to say I was weird and talk trash about me, and then I also heard the same thing from Froggy Fresh 2 years ago. I don't care.
Okay, to be fair, you are weird, Dad. You are weird. You are a weird fella. You're a strange individual. All right? You're a bit weird. All right? That's okay, okay? We're all weird. We're all strange, okay? We're all strange. We're all weird. It's okay, Dad, all right?
People think I'm weird because I do make weird videos. I like being different and unique. I'm used to people saying I'm weird. I was just very surprised that it was happening by 2 other creative people. I thought they were like me, and I didn't expect them to make fun of me for being different. I thought that was the point of Creator Clash, was to gather the unique people and put them in a boxing ring. I guess not.
So there you go. That's everything. That's
This guy
my side of
enunciates like a
things, and
boxer.
that's how I feel.
Maybe he's developed
I'm
this.
a little embarrassed to even put this video
he's
out
developed
and
this after
join
getting hit a
in on
couple
this
times, you know?
like conversation and expose myself and show myself as getting worked up. But I'm choosing to put it out, and I'm choosing to leave that stuff in because that's how I feel, and it's real, and this is what all of this has done to me, and it's made me act this way and feel this way. But it's all over. It's done. And we don't
I will admit, him saying like it sucks being called weird by like other creators, because like he's right. Like Ian and like Froggy and them saying he's like weird is kind of retarded because they're also weird. Like them shit talking him behind his back. They probably said more than just calling him weird. They probably said more things, I'd imagine. It's like, well, you guys are also like kind of strange individuals. like like what? Wait, Special Olympics boxing match for charity. Holy shit. Oh no, Froggy told Dad that Ian and Anissa said that. Oh, okay. So Froggy wasn't the one saying that. But Ian and Anissa saying that is silly because, like I said, they're strange. Do I need to bring out hair cake? Is that even allowed on YouTube? Do I need to whip out hair cake? Do I need to whip it out? Do I need to bring it out? Ew, no. No. You guys sure I shouldn't bring out hair cake? Warning, contains vomit. Eating bread. Okay, I won't do it. Didn't he also eat chicken from the soup? Yeah, he did. Yes.
To think about it anymore. You can see me box on Misfits soon. I will give you updates on that once I have them. And thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Don't expect any more videos like this. I'm never going to do this again. Goodbye.
Okay, well, now that's over. I think we can safely say that I do think Ian and Anissa are probably they're probably the biggest reason why the event has completely failed and flopped. I think putting blame on Ethan is retarded because I don't think Ethan is the reason why it flopped at all. Steak fried rice shaped belly. Ooh, that sounds good actually, Jimbo. That sounds pretty good. I think I'm going to check out this video before ending, but my head is killing me. As I said already, chat, possibly streaming later tonight. I know I didn't stream for very long today already, but I think give me like a little bit. Let me eat some food, hang out with my wife for a little bit, and then I might get on a little bit later tonight. We could do our music segment. It might be late tonight though. It might be late tonight. But we could do some music segment stuff. Or maybe save no, wait. Save this video for tonight. We'll do music segment now. That'll be a better idea. Do music segment now, and then maybe we'll watch some of this stuff tonight. Because my head is actually killing me. Oh, wait, what the fuck is this?
Hello. Welcome back. Here I am, doing exactly what I said I wouldn't do. Just kidding. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to make a whole other video about Creator Clash, but I will tell you some things. The first thing I will tell you, this Friday, I'm doing a week-long stream. I'm going to try to
He tricked me! Fucking asshole. Asshole. He tricked me. Is it going to play? Is the song going to play? Here we go. Drink some water, you dehydrated noodle.
Heard you want a taste of chase, like a dog on a tree.
Here you go, Abby. Oh wait, hold on. Let's get through music now. Let's get through music now. And then I might be able to get on tonight, later tonight. To do a little couple extra hours. This is just going to make the headache worse. Hey, listen. I can change the volume of how loud the music is. For me, but not for you.
Heard you want a taste of chase, like a dog on a tree. Turn up the bass, blow up the place, chew up the beat, then I'm pop it in your face. Love the way I'm ladylike, now I'm grabbing on this mic, sweeter than I'm making like. You know what I'm popping like. You know what I'm popping like bubblegum, just like
Chat,
bubblegum.
he bought me all the snacks that I've ever wanted from the Filipino store. Marcus, say 30? Did I do something wrong? Oh my god. It looks so good. It's really loud though. You're just crinkling the you're crinkling the bag on the you gotta stop crinkling the bag. God, stop crinkling the bag on the mic. Marcus say 30, what did I do though? What did I do? What time tonight? We'll see. I don't know. Probably around like 11. 10 or 11. I could probably stream for maybe an extra 2 hours. 2, 3. Music Max Baller. You want Max Baller? Oh, I forget to mention PST. PST, Pacific Time, 10:11. Yes. Why do you want to listen to music about a woman's used pussy? I'm not. I didn't. What? You're saying it like as if I wanted to listen to this. This is evil. I didn't ask for this. I actually wouldn't mind this a little quieter. Music matches the fruit. You think so, Romeo?
That was this guy, we could call him Rick. He was kinda rich, but his Porsche had a stick. Told him pull over, let's check the dipstick. Said he liked the way I apply my lipstick. When he asked me if I'd be his chick, I played too hard to get, and he moved along quick. Just another damn misconnection. When we should have been fucking on a yacht with no protection.
My bad, Chad. I was drinking water.
Saw him in the club with a bum bitch in his section.
You know, I wouldn't mind this music if it was muted and played at 13 speed. And then hang out for a little bit. Maybe it's either we'll play some games or we'll react to a couple more content, a little bit more content. Maybe we'll do even scary content. You know, late night scary content. Ooh, that might be good actually. That might be good.
To ride.
What happened?
There was this other guy. His name was
We're back? Wait, what happened?
Well, he died. He did a lot of blow, but he made a lot of dough. When I saw him, I just had to say hi.
Scary? Stream died for a second there? Oh, what the hell? No, my internet's great. My internet is actually doing fine. My Wi-Fi is doing great, actually. Scary? Yeah, I was saying like maybe tonight we'll do some scary content. Is this the scary content? For some, yes. The music is a little spooky. Okay. You know, it wasn't terrible music. I mean, I'll be honest. Listen, you guys are gonna hate me for this, but I mean, it wasn't like the worst of the worst. Usually, we get some pretty bad stuff from Abby. I mentioned smoke wings. Marcus suddenly has to leave. Coincidence? Listen, dude, I would love to have some smoked wings, dude. I don't think I've ever had smoked wings. Oh, this is a loud song.
We forgot about the attack back, but we knew the bigger bodies meant the taller of the person, and the taller of the person meant that we were dreaming Earth, and so we just laughed it off.
It's a loud song.
You really need to save Skull.
Where do you get? Is there like a place that sells smoked wings?
When you were insatiable.
Is the music loud enough?
And your mind drank through its hole. And you passed out on
There we go. There we go. I think it.
Your body warm, not knowing you were
We have no place that sells smoked wings. I know, dude. I really want smoked wings, dude. It sounds so good. Marcus grill and smoker stream. I wish I had a smoker and a grill. I don't have either. I want to get a grill. Song from Big Aaron's typical songs. I've never heard this one before, so this one's an interesting song. Is it evil that I don't have a grill or a smoker? Is it evil? A decent grill is cheap? Cheapest one is like $300. I'm not paying $300 for a grill. Is it really laggy? Is my stream laggy, chat? Is it having a hard time? What is going on today, man? Everybody's streams are lagging like crazy. Even my own, and my internet's fine. I don't have any like internet issues. Go, Zach, go! Refresh the stream and it fixes it. Yeah, usually. Mira, it is White Girl Wednesday. Did you want to get some White Girl Wednesday music in, or are you good? Gotta manage the smoke. Yeah, I don't really want one of those. I want an actual grill. I want an actual grill, but I want to be smart with my money here, because I don't really need a grill. It's not like I need one. But I would like a grill as like a nice little thing to have that we can cook on once in a while. Oh, God damn it. Let me see if there's somebody that I can raid into. No one's been streaming recently, man. It's been strange. Either I'm just not staying on long enough past a certain point till Rezi gets on, or like Mrao hasn't been on. I don't think I've seen Dickers on very much, unless I'm just missing out when Dickers goes. Raid A-Space? Oh, A-Space is streaming. Okay, I didn't know that. There we go. Yeah, A-Space. There you go. Yeah. 2 hours until I can go live on my alt. That's evil. Jimbo could easily have gone live. Rezi on kick. Is Rezi moving? I picked up pizza for dinner. Why are you ending? Because my head is killing me. My head is definitely, it's not doing too hot. But I am going to be back. Don't worry, cats. I'll be back later tonight if you're still available. You guys are kind of lucky, though, because... Dude, this song is really long. Rezi, I mean. Oh, he might be doing non-YT friendly stuff. No, Rezi does music streams, but he does them on Kick. Oh, okay. When he covers more evil content, Twitch and YT won't allow. Oh, okay. Evil content? What kind of content is that? What kind of evil content would that be? Now I'm intrigued. Wednesday's music streams. I feel like I should do music streams, but I feel like that's just like, not everybody likes that, you know? Not everybody really likes music streams. Would that be something you guys are interested in? Like a day dedicated to music streams? No lyrics, curse, please. Okay. You don't critique music? Oh, do they critique the music? Oh, okay. Never mind then. I meant it more just like, I guess to be fair, I do music on Saturdays. Like technically Saturdays is like, I'll play some Pokemon, we listen to some music, and we have a good time and we chat. And then the rest of the week is like, you talk about like random shit. Random dramas, random shit. Music stream, I think, is more like community stream. Like, the content is people and their suggestions. Let's see. Gen Chat, oh my god. Abby, these are so amazing. These look beautiful. Oh wait, never mind. We have one more song.
I can't focus on what needs to get done. I'm on notice,
It's easier than commentary. Anyone can be a music YouTuber. I am sure there's music you know a lot about that lyrics doesn't. Oh no, I do, yeah.
And I'm just trying to play it cool now. But that's not
The music segment seems to work well enough.
And I'm not trying to be with you.
I mean, do you guys enjoy music segments? Are you guys fans of the music segments?
You make it difficult to not overthink. And when I'm with you, I turn all shades of pink.
White girl maxing. This is definitely white girl music.
It's such a rush, I'm thinking, wish you were here.
White girl Wednesday, baby.
And I'm just trying to play it cool now. But that's not what I wanna do now.
I hate most music. Oh, that's evil, cats.
But I could be a crush, like throw you for a rush, like hoping
I just tolerate it. That's evil, cats. Why do you hate music so much? That's so mean. That's so mean.
I got a fascination with your presentation, making me feel like you're on my island with my permanent vacation.
What is the one genre that you guys are like, nope, that's the worst. I can't do it.
Sorry.
Rather kill yourself than listen to it kind of music.
Maybe if I'm busy, it could keep me from you.
You actually put in the effort to like break it down. Music streams are perfectly fine.
In the things that you like.
But I don't like. Yeah, I'm never gonna do that. I don't critique music that much.
That's not what I wanna do now.
The most I'll say is like, oh yeah, that was pretty decent. I like that. Or is like, oh, I hated that. SKA? What is that? Hyper-produced country that all sounds exactly the same. Dubstep pisses me off. I'm not a big fan of dubstep either. Roblox core. Country, SK, K-pop.
And yeah, it's true that I'm a little bit intense,
Ska?
right?
Ska, one word? What is ska?
Keep me on the fence like, and I've been waiting, hoping that you'd wanna text like.
I can't listen to Dust Bunny core. Yeah, you can't listen to the country shit.
Little bit intense, right? But can you blame me when you keep me on the fence like? And I've been waiting, hoping that you'd wanna text like. Text like.
Sublime is third wave ska punk, I think. What is ska? What is ska? What is that? I'm like very intrigued now. I don't know what that is. Yeah, there you go, Zach. Abby is up. Abby is up right now. It's pretty huge. Ska's like music. It's divorced dad music? Oh. That was like punk but gay. Oh.
Sorry.
That was like white girl music. That was awesome. I enjoy a little bit of white girl music. It's reggae with AIDS. Oh. Okay. I found a jerk music style glitchcore British rap song today. What the fuck? What the fuck does that mean? Jerk music style glitchcore British rap song. Sky's the music that Nate was making in his garage with his friends when he was a teenager. Oh, okay. Okay. That's interesting. I didn't even know what that was. Well, now okay. All right. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm intrigued by the fact that people hate country that much, I guess. I'm a little surprised. Because when I asked that question, I was expecting other answers, but most people were like, country is the worst. Country is like hands down the worst. Seems like country gets the most votes. Which I'm very surprised by, because I thought, like country was a little bit more liked. I know it's hated. I know country's hated, but I didn't know it was that hated. That's crazy. Rip Graham. My grandma loves country music. That's her favorite genre of music. Jerk chicken music. But I hate the radio pop country. Oh yeah, some of that stuff is really bad. Jerk chicken, sir? Nah, I'll jerk it myself. There are a few bangers, but far and few between. So we gonna see you later? Probably. Yeah, probably. But it'll be late, so some of you guys might be in bed. Some of you guys might be in bed. I apologize for that. I'm just, wife's home, head hurty. Probably gonna eat some food to see if I can feel a little better. And I know you guys are gonna hate me for this, but MSI League of Legends is on right now. Gen G versus T1. All right, I have to watch this. Okay, I have to watch this. I'm sorry, I'm gonna get going. Okay, I have to. Bye.